to SEN Spirit's coverage of the Southwest Football League Grand Final Day as we are building up to the big clash. Busselton will take on South Bunbury. I'm Alan Crane. Next to me this afternoon is Darren McDonald and Nigel Reeve. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks, Craney. Great to be here, mate.
Good afternoon, Craney. Macca.
And the Magpies, well, they have arrived onto the ground, so we just missed their song just by a little bit, Jared O'Brien, but we got pretty close to that. Conditions report for Garage Doors Southwest. Thanks to accredited B&D dealer, Garage Doors Southwest been superb all throughout the season. We've done a lot of different conditions, Macca, but out there today is not too bad.
Best conditions of the year. We've been out there, experienced it firsthand at half-time of the women's Craney. Light breeze, cooling off nicely for this evening's twilight match, and it should be an absolute belter. Bit of light breeze going towards the city end.
Weaver, you've had a bit of a wander out through the crowd. What's your thoughts? You've played in a lot of these grand finals.
Yeah, none here, but played in a few. But conditions are absolutely fantastic. Complete contrast to last week. As Macca said, there is a slight breeze pushing towards the scoreboard end, which might be worth a goal, maybe potentially, but the conditions, you won't get much better than this, and I'm really looking forward to this game because these two teams, if they get out in the open, it's going to be quick and it's going to be exciting.
Let's have a bit of a talk about that. Two best sides got through, didn't they? Yep. Busselton and South Bunbury. They've had a lot of good battles throughout the season. When you throw it on paper, both sides, you can put your pluses and minuses in, but at the end of the day, they match up very evenly.
Yeah, they absolutely match up evenly, particularly with their top liners. I think the difference today will be is who's got the strongest bottom five. Who are their last five picked in each side, and whoever's got the strongest there, I reckon that's where the real difference comes in.
Well, we spoke about that the show on Friday, and if you go to the bench on both of these sides, the benches could make the starting 18. So that's a good sign. You're not actually losing anything using the interchange bench as we listen to the Tigers make their way onto Hands Oval.
Good old South Bunbury forever. We know how to play the game. Side by side we stick together for the good old Tigers' name. Hear the barricades are shouting as we stand up left and right. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old red and white. Good old South Bunbury forever. We know how to play the game. Side by side we stick together for the good old Tigers' name. Hear the barricades are shouting as we stand up left and right. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old...
Well, gentlemen, we just watched Cade Waldrott bust his way through the banner for his 100th game. He's one of those players, South Bunbury, when they need a goal, they look to him.
He's a man of moments. He has key moments, Cade Waldrott. He doesn't often dominate a football, but things he does in a game can make a game of football. Well,
let's have a look at some of the key matchups thanks to Southern Lock and Security. With Secure Your Home and Business with Southern Lock and Security. Once again, thanks very much to Southern Lock and Security for your support throughout the year. We've had a lot of fun putting the matchups together. I'm going to throw one at you two, gentlemen. The veteran, Tony Knott, has pushed his way back in to the Busselton side. Had to earn his spot, mind you, after a stellar career with Swan Districts, but he has been outstanding. Do South sort of keep an eye on him, or what do they do with Tony Knott?
Oh, I just think it's who he goes to. Like last week, he had Jet Woods for company, and really showed Jet Woods what it's all about. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. It's probably more when he gets the ball going forward. He can really set up play, and nothing more poignant than last week when he switched play against the Breeze, and all of a sudden it opened up and Busselton got a goal on the way they went. So it's more about, not so much about him defending his direct player, but it's how he gets it outside and sets up going forward to the ground.
Macca, Ethan Nordell, if he goes to the half-forward line, does Tony Knott match up on them? Because we know Ethan Nordell will cover a lot of country. Or does just Tony Knott sit back behind that defensive unit?
Yeah, I think they'll try to use Tony Knott in a similar fashion of the way South Bunbury used Tom Gorder. So they'll let Ethan Nordell run off and run around and probably get someone else to go with him, and Tony Knott to stay back and be that loose man, if you like, in defence to set up play like the quarterback.
Spoke at Tom Gorder, and Tommy Galloway probably does the same thing. They just float along half back. How do you negate them?
If I was Busselton, early doors, because Tommy Gorder can set a game up early with the way, I've seen it time and time again, with the way he just knows how to read the play and uses the ball well with his big boomy kick. I would sacrifice Cameron at this stage because they've got good marking weapons in Crichton and Eckert. I'd put Cameron on him and just say, don't let him get an easy ball. And then suddenly, South Bunbury have to look for something else.
It's unusual for sides to get through the grand final. Both haven't got really a recognised ruckman. Toby Hawkins for South Bunbury does a fair bit of it up against Big Bo Chinnery. It's an interesting matchup for grand final sides in the southwest.
It is, and I think when they brought Chinnery on last week, obviously weather conditions were completely different. Used his frame and worked well, especially in the contests around the ball. But it could bring Kelton Kemp into play as well because he's such a strong, tall, young, lean ruckman that can jump that they might find some ascendancy in the middle of the ground through the ruck, and they just might get on top to give their on-ballers enough feed into the forward line.
I'm with you, Weaver. I think Hawkins is a good matchup for Kemp. So it might suit him more than Tyson Wood did last week.
And Liam Crichton, of course, the leading goal kicker for the South West Football League. Busselton's power forward and Eckert. They are power forwards, but gee, the South Bunbury backs match up on them pretty well. When you look at Horsman, Winston, Galloway, Gorder.
Yeah, they sure do. I think it's a good day for big forwards today because it's dry, it's strong, and the ball's going to be dry as well. So. Yeah, it'll be interesting if Eckert gets on top. We seen him a few weeks ago down at Busselton. Once he took a couple of marks early in the game, he was very, very hard to stop, and everything he went for just stuck. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up down there because Crichton's just as damaging, and being the top two goal kickers in the league, you can cover one, but you might not cover both.
But the Wright boys have taken a few scalps this year too with key forwards
Jack
across
Wright,
the league.
Absolutely. And you look at Fraser for Busselton, just works that half-back line. He is a big springboard off that half-back line.
Yep. So he'll be one that they may need to watch. But if I was South Bunbury, I'm just going head-to-head. I'm playing my game first.
Oh, I reckon both these two coaches, I mean, Julian Burgess and Matt Jamison, they both won a couple of premierships each. They know what it's all about. They won't sit back and wait for something to happen, but I'm sure they'll go just their plan first, and they'll have plan B and C back in the cupboard.
It's just funny, though, just thinking about it. Their most damaging player or attacking players we're watching are down in their back line, like Goyder. They've got to stop him moving forward, especially from the half-back line. If they can push him back, the difference is with the modern-day rules, he can run out of full-back, get 30 metres, and all of a sudden they're up on the wing. Yes. And not the same in Busselton's defence. So they've got to push those guys back right deep so they're not as effective halfway up the ground.
Both very good players at reading the play and take good overhead marks. And a lot of uncontested marks too. And
Parkinson and Austin have been in very good form for, you like Joseph Parkinson. He's from your neck of the woods, Weaver. Very good form for the Busselton side, and real movers and shakers along with Akers, aren't they?
Well, they're hard nuts. They put their head over the footy. They don't give up.
Is that something Dean Mill just breeds down there?
It's just natural in the DNA down at Dean Mill. And, but he was always a terrific player, young Parkinson, and he's just taken his game to another level, made the Country Week side this year, so that's an outstanding effort from him. But they just keep their head over the footy. Austin did that last week, copped a real heavy knock, but he just kept going, got up, took the free kick, and away he went. And they'll have to do that today, and they'll have to have people to help them, but they've got to do it all day as well.
Yeah.
And Crane and Cormac, the veterans on the other side, when it's there to be won there, they put their hands up.
That is the Southern Lock and Security matchup of the day, is that midfield. So you got Ganza, Hoffman, Austin versus Crane, Cormac and Bain. And you got the elder statesmen at South Bunbury, all the experience, all the ones that this year, Crane in particular, when it's come to, when it's an emergency break glass, Burgess has had Crane and Cormac each time to go to, and they've performed, and Mitchell Bain just chisels away at the coalface all day long. So I can't wait for that matchup.
Players are lining up for the formalities here, gentlemen.
The Dale Alcock Homes Southwest League Grand Final. About to bring out the cup as the two cup ambassadors. Would you please make welcome, representing South Bunbury, Mr. Colin Buswell, who has dedicated his life to South Bunbury. He received life membership in 1984, has been the club scribe in the footy budget since 1973, and has been the league timekeeper since 1993, and he will be joined by Busselton's last premiership coach in Daniel Delaney. Would you make them both welcome as they bring out the Premiership Cup?
There it arrives, doesn't it?
Now about to walk
Premiership
out
Cup.
onto the ground is a man who has been instrumental in getting AFL here to Bunbury this season. Would you please make welcome the Mayor, Jason McGuell, who will toss the coin in just a few moments.
The Mayor of Bunbury, Jason McGuell, waits his way out there. That little shiny
We'll now
cup,
hand over
gentlemen,
to
worth
Joe
its weight in
for the
gold.
I thought that was
acknowledgement.
you, Craney, the Mayor of Bunbury.
Kaya Wanju, Southwest Football League, Morat Workora. Family and friends to Goomburup, what we know as Bunbury. The Southwest Football League would like to acknowledge the first peoples of our nation, and in particular the area in which we live, play and enjoy our great game of football, the Noongar people of Noongar Budja. To the north of us, the Binjarab Noongar people, where the Harvey Bulls and Harvey Brunswick National Clubs reside. To the east of us, the Wilma Noongar people, where our Collie Eagles Club reside. Where we are today, and to the south of us, the Wadandi Noongar people, where our Eton Boomers, Bunbury Bulldogs, Kerry Park Panthers, South Bunbury Tigers, Busselton Magpies, Donnybrook Dons, Dunsborough Sharks and Margaret River Hawks reside. We pay our respects to elders past and present and our ancestors that watch over us each day. Nuruk Murich Kedla Yokai Football. Have a great day celebrating football. Yanga, thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Now, if you are able, would you please be upstanding and join South Bunbury, Busselton and the umpires and executives for the Australian National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a big season. We've got one game to go. We'll call the two captains forward to toss the coin with the Mayor, Jason McGuell.
So the two captains come in to toss the coin for that little cup that's in there, gentlemen. That's what they're all after. Ethan Bowman and Kevin Chitty for South Bunbury and Busselton. So the Mayor has got the coin, if he can find a coin. I wonder if the Mayor's got a coin in his pocket there. He's found one. He is right to go. Jason McGuell tosses the coin, and Busselton have won the toss, and they'll kick to the city end of where the breeze is half heading down there. Thanks to Harvey Norman, the biggest furniture showroom is at Harvey Norman Superstore Bunbury, and geographcivil.com.au. Well, the grand final's not very far away, gentlemen. This first quarter will be brought to you by Southwest Isuzu, your Isuzu dealer in the Southwest. Umpires for today's game, Cam Valetti, Talon Guthrie and Kai Skoda. And the boundary, Jared Andrews, Aaron Edmonds and Ashton Berwick. And in the goals, Marty Thompson and Vance Burton. So a couple of debutants as the umpires in the field today and the goal boundary. So good luck to them. And gentlemen, what way are you thinking?
Look, I think South Bunbury, they just have the wheels around the packs for me. I think they're a little bit more classy. If Eckert and Bowman can get on top early, not Bowman, Crichton down forward, then that could be a different story. But the Nordell twins, Waldrott in his 100th game, Chitty sets the scene for them as a skipper. I just think South Bunbury, probably less than 3 goals.
Kai Mears has gone into the middle, Macca. He was fantastic last week, wasn't he?
Brilliant, particularly in the last quarter when they needed a lift. He was everywhere, Kai Mears. He uses the ball well. He kicked a brilliant goal in the conditions and sets up play, also makes himself available. I'm tipping the Tigers by 2 goals, Craney.
Crane and Cormac move into the centre to join Mitch Payne as they line up.
Crane and Cormac straight into the middle.
And Joseph Parkinson will be in the middle to join Aidan Austin and Kai Mears. So it is all set here for the 2025 League Grand Final. South Bunbury and Busselton. A little bit of push and shove early. You don't mind that at all. Umpire Cam Valenti has the ball, just checking for the 6 and 6. We are set to go. And this is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for Hyundai. Kemp wins the first knock over Hawkins. Austin head over the football. They go hard at it as you would expect in the start of a grand final. Hawkins picks it up. Kemp nails him to the ground and up they go. And this is the last sermon of footy's gospel.
Yeah, watch Crichton run in there very quickly to get in touch.
Away they go again. They're streaking out of there. Is Mitchell Bain. Goes long inside 50. Players set themselves. Lucas Kemp got his hand on the footy. Johnson can't pick it up. Wright is there. Wraps it up. And they're going to ball it up 10 metres out from South Bunbury goal.
Geez, I'm up and about myself, gentlemen.
Oh, I've got a few little butterflies. Up they go. One down by South. Parkinson can't take it. That was one of the right boys off the right boot straight into the pack, and they're going to ball it up again for Hyundai. Up they go. Big knock down there by the Busselton players. Kemp bustling in there for Busselton, and they're going to throw it up in the right left forward pocket for the Tigers.
Bit going on in there early too.
Absolutely. Up they go. One down by Wright. Streaking through the pack there was Bodie Nordell. Did he dispose of it correctly? The umpire said no, he didn't.
It was a good tackle there. A bit of pressure on Bodie Nordell. Was off to the races.
A great tackle there by Hoffman, right on the defensive line. Drives the ball long on the far side of the ground. It's an up and under kick. And in front, the mark is taken by the Tigers. Far side of the ground.
Tommy Galloway.
Galloway. He's going to drive the ball. Gets onto his left boot, puts it to the top of the square. Hawkins is there, outnumbered 3-1. Spills out the back right, could have been taken high. And the free kick's been paid, 25 metres out from goal.
And Johnson's got the kick, I think, Weaver.
Yes.
Jeez, I get them mixed up all the time. I'll get better. So Johnson will have the first legitimate shot on goal, 25 metres out from goal, directly in front. They've been waiting a long time, these two teams, to get out there. So in comes Johnson. Point blank range. Wobbles around a little bit, but I think it's done enough. It has. Opening goal goes away at the Tigers, courtesy of Blaine Johnson, and they're away.
Tell you what, it wasn't the prettiest kick off the boot by Johnson, but all you need to do is get it through the big sticks, and the Tigers, they just bullied their way down there and locked it into their forward line, just through pure forward line pressure there, and a good start.
They're in a mood, Craney, and on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard, it's Busselton, South Bunbury 1 straight, Busselton yet to score, 3 minutes gone. We're back to the middle for Hyundai. Game event now on. Get in there. Game on event now on, sorry. Hawkins and Kemp. Up they go. Kemp wins it down again. He's on a mission. Crane snaps it out of the pack. Out to the wing they go. Jai Clark. Hit balls to his advantage. Picks it up, the Tiger. On the right boot. Goes to half forward. And a good saving mark in defence by the Busselton Magpies. Just steadying him up. Nathan Torrey plays on. Onto the right boot. Long down the wing. Solberg takes the catch just inside the boundary line. Looking for someone to give it to. Pulls the trigger to centre forward. A beautiful kick, beautiful lead. And that's a great mark to Mears. Plays on immediately to the hot spot. Horsman gets in the road. No one can pick it up. They dive in feverishly. It's Rocco Versace. Love Rocco Versace. Bowman tries to get it away. Solberg comes in and lays a tackle. Umpire's letting it go. This is fantastic umpiring.
It was great, wasn't it? That was a terrific entry by Busselton with Mears. Just didn't have enough carry to get the Heckett.
Up they go again. Horsman wins it down. Mears head over the footy, gets a handball away, then held without it. Umpire is going to let the ball come back into play. 40 metres around from Busselton's goal.
Gee, she's a
Members
fierce start. Fierce start the 2025 Grand Final.
As you'd expect from these two. Best sides all year. Cameron and Horsman taken by Eckert, snaps off his left foot. His favoured left, misses everything, trickles out of bounds, and there'll be a ball in the right forward pocket.
So 20 metres out from Busselton's goal. Pressing now. Umpires letting the players flex their muscles. Opening 5 minutes of this first quarter. 2025 Southwest Grand Final. Ball to be thrown in. 10 metres out from Busselton's goal. Eckert does the ruck work again. Wins clean possession. Tries to get it onto his boot. Stacks on the mill. Still 25 metres out. Umpire letting the ball go on. Now it spills out. Free kick's been paid. It's going to go the way of the Magpies. And it's going to go the way of Eckert. Seen a couple of signs as I was walking around today. Teach him a lesson, Mr. Eckert. So I'm thinking he's a school
I might
teacher.
be a school teacher.
A couple of little kids. Terrific stuff. So Ryan Eckert, the big power forward for the Magpies. This to even the score up. He'll have a shot on goal. 20 metres out. Slide angle. Got himself involved in a couple of ruck knocks.
That's a terrific matchup. Him and Ben Horsman, Eckert.
So Eckert. Deliberate shot on goal. Takes his time. In he comes now. 1 step, 2 step.
Ooh.
He's pushed that across the face of the goal.
Very uncharacteristic.
And a let off there for the Tigers as it goes through for a minor score.
A little bit of nerves just poked into that kick, I think. Normally, as you said, a very good kick of the footy.
Here we go. The quarterback, Gorda, with the football.
I'll just about guess where this is going, Max.
Straight down the eye. Diddle has been the order of the day all year. He runs out. He brings it to the members' side. Big long drop punt. Versace.
Oh, that's a
Strong
good grab.
contested mark. Rocco Versace. I wish I had called my son Rocco.
CPR Outdoors mark of the day contender already from
Right.
Rocco Versace.
Right half back. Chips it up looking for Hawkins. Not the best kick. Taken by Sawyer. Tom Sawyer gets the ball forward. Looking for Huckleberry Finn, but it goes over the boundary line. They're going to ball it in here for cashforcans.com.au right in front of the commentary box. Cormac and Mears having a little bit of a...
Yeah, they've had some fun already, Cormac and Mears.
So Hawkins. In the contest was Cormac. The umpire's going to ball it up.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there. They've been with us all throughout the season.
Up they go again for Hyundai. Right here in front of the commentary box, just forward to centre for the Magpies. One down by Kemp, puts it out in front of Parkinson's. Coming out and meeting the ball was Bowman. Crane, sleight of hand to his partner in crime. It's Robin to Batman. Cormac got laid out after he got rid of it. And Crane, you tipped this off air that Crane and Cormac would get belted early. And
Here goes Weaver's man.
And it's played on with advantage. Siska down the wing. Goes inside 50 now. Working hard there was not. Got a handball back, not the best one. Waldrett, what can he do on his left foot if he can get it up? And at the top of the 50, they're going to ball it up.
Weaver likes young Siska. Reminds him of himself with his pace.
Only had the one bounce that time, Siska.
Rightio, up they go. Hawkins taps it back, but Hoffman sharks it off the pack. Right foot over his shoulder. They fly. Salzburg couldn't take the mark. Galloway's there. Gets in and ties it up just forward of centre wing for the Tigers. And Bowman just getting stuck into Siska there.
A nice bit of niggle. That's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that in a grand final.
They go. Kemp wins this one. Ball thumped forward. Taken there by Sanford. He's dispossessed. The ball's in dispute still. The Magpies get it forward. Sanford goes at it again and just absolutely smashed by Ethan Nordell. And it's a free kick.
So Sanford, terrific last week in trying conditions. He'll bring the ball into the middle of the ground. Had an option there in Parkinson. Now he's going to run
now
himself
he's in
into
trouble.
trouble.
Pressure!
He's big time run himself into trouble. Free kicks paid. Goes in the middle of the ground to Cormac. Handball's off straight away. Has Hawkins there. Cuts through. Now looks forward.
Oh,
Mark Nelly taken. 1 grab, 2 grab. Free kick's been paid.
The 100 gamer, Cade Waldrop. We spoke
And it's
about
Cade
him.
Waldrot.
We spoke about him before the game.
it's Bain.
Oh, it's
no, it's
Bain, sorry.
Waldrop. No, it's Waldrop.
Gee, don't confuse me, Mac.
Sorry.
So Waldrot.
He's done something with his hair. He's cut the ponytail off Craney.
And now a 50-metre penalty's been paid. Waldrot had to point it out to the umpire. Umpire's seen it, and this will take Cade Waldrot all the way to the goal square. And this will put through the Tigers second.
They heard you. There's a bit going on in the centre of the ground.
Oh, wow.
Boys getting to know each other as Cade Waldrot pops it through.
No mistake from the top of the goal square, Cade Waldrot. So he puts through the Tigers second. They're 2 goals straight, 12. Busselton 1 behind. Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard. And you can't afford to give away something like that.
Well, I know you got to. I know it's exciting, and I know you're up and about, but you still need to hold your discipline, don't you? It's easy to get carried away, especially this day and age, because you don't need to do too much to get away a harsh penalty. And Cade Waldrot, well, he gets on the board.
10 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and 11 points the difference. Busselton have had their opportunities, haven't been able to capitalise. South Bunbury, 2 straight. They'll be happy with their start.
Thanks, SKG. Get your scans at SKG for your support throughout season 225.
Hawkins, Chinnery to go at it. Up they go for Hyundai. 1 down by Hawkins. Bodie Nordell, Viking 1. Gets it out there, trying to get it to Cormac, but it's taken by Parkinson. Spirals it inside 50. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Cameron can't pick it up. Versace does, though. Handball's back to Galloway. He mongrels it on his left foot down the line. No one can take the mark. That was Ethan Nordell. Now Siska fires it back to Hawkins. Gets it back. He's in trouble. Absolutely buried by Kai Mears, and that's holding the ball.
Terrific tackle by young Kai Mears. He just put a bit of extra effort into that.
Kai Mears.
Started off well, actually, Mears.
Searching for options. 70 out, too far to score. Ball touched off the boot. Play on Zakir. Call Cameron. Handball's only as far as Crane. Crane got it to Bodie Nordell. Back to Galloway. Left foot. Drives it out. Or was he dropped after he got rid of it?
I think there's a kick down
the ground to the Tigers. So this game's got plenty of spirit at this point in time, and it's the Viking.
It's got plenty of spirit and pace. That ball's got to go
It's
right
got to
back.
go right back. Gee. All right, Galloway with the footy.
Had early touches too, Tommy Galloway.
Yeah, he's been a much improved player as the season's progressed. Goes long down the line of the wing. They stand underneath it. In the contest, Chinnery infringed. There was 100 of them there. Gives the handball off to Fraser. Off to Austin. Over the top he goes to Sanford. Sanford into the middle. Akers in a paddock. Can't pick it up. Lucky he's got room. Now he shrugs a tackle. That was good play in the end. Left foot. Straight to the teeth of goal. They stand underneath it. The contest, it clears it. But Cameron has been penalised. He's going to get a free kick shot on goal. Whoa, was there a lot in that, Craney?
Oh, look, there was probably enough because the umpire said it's your kick, so it's going to be very interesting. Good to see Gen X Engineering for our teamwork on board this afternoon as well.
Geez, Akers was lucky up here on the wing. He fumbled it. Took
Akers needed a few acres, didn't he?
He did.
He needed a few hectares at the moment there, Weaver, but
I did
he
say
got
he
it
was
done.
in a paddock. He didn't pick it up. Anyway.
Well, it's been a long day, Mac.
In he comes, Cameron. Their third tall. Dead in front. From 40. On his right boot. Sends it on its way. Busselton still yet to get a major on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. Utes scoreboard. It's South Bunbury 2 straight, 12. Busselton 2 points.
Well, Magpies have had a good couple of looks at it too, Mac, and just snuck it away.
Absolutely.
Another let off there for the Tigers. Just think Cameron pushed out the back of that pack, and Versace was front on contact. The ball was going over the top of his head. But another let off. So just the 2 behinds for the Magpies. They've had 2 good looks on goal.
South Bunbury are structured up a little bit different in these kick-ins.
As Goyder brings the ball back in, plays on, goes long on the far side of the wing. Chinnery's there, post to Hawkins, a ball sport, down comes to Parkinson, spills over there to Ganza. Could have been leg, spills out to Sanford, back to Ganza. What can Ganza do from here? Goes along the ground. Ooh. Galloway, been good in this first quarter, just chucks it onto his boot, spills over the back of the pack. Crane was there, but it goes past him and goes out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in. 80 metres out from Busselton's goal. 2 goals straight, the Tigers. 2 behinds, the Magpies. Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard.
She's got a bit of pace on her this game.
14 minutes gone in the first quarter. Chinnery gets front position. You won't get around him, even if it is Hawkins. Comes back out, spills to Nordell. Goes out the back of the pack, looking there for Crane, asking a fair bit of him. And the mark's been taken. Just sat up too much there for Crane. The ball to be brought back inside 50. They have the numbers over the back of Scorder. He flies high. Has a mark been paid?
I thought Versace might
Unlucky
have
there,
pulled that
Versace.
in. He's still claiming it,
I
Rocco.
think he thought he did too, Rocco.
Ball to be thrown up 30 metres out from Busselton's goal. 10 points the margin. Go up once again. One down by Eckert towards Austin. Spills back into the pack. In they come once again. Umpire to do it all over again. This time 35 metres out from Busselton's goal.
No real clear winners for best on at the moment. Craney very even across the ground for both sides as the ball went up for Hyundai. They've tied it up again and they're going to ball it up.
I think that's a good thing for both sides. All players are getting their hands on the footy early.
Yeah, no one's taken a backward step. Big smack by Eckert forward. Here comes Patterson, the jackrabbit. Gorder knocks it forward. Crane, head over the football. Got it back to Ethan Nordell. Ball comes out. Taken there by Parkinson. Threw it out. Away goes Bowman. Fires an arrow on goal and they get another behind.
Charlie's keeping an eye on our Western All Pest Services best defender and our garage stores Southwest rising star for us this afternoon.
Well, it was a slick handball there by Parkinson.
Slick. It was a rugby throw.
As Goyder to bring the ball back in once again. He'll come towards the commentary box. Decides to go short. Has a couple of players there. And one of them is Bain.
The chiseler.
Bain still inside defensive 50. Has some short options. Now he goes that way and finds Walrot, one of the goal kickers in this first quarter, playing his 100th game today. Kay Walrot. Umpire's seen something here, not quite sure. He'll go short, right in front of the com box, looking for Hawkins, but in front the mark is taken by Ganza. Being called to play on. Handball over to Mears, who's been good. Over to Austin. He'll get to 50. Assesses the situation. Terrific spoil there from Waldrot. Comes over to Hawkins. Wrapped up by Mears. She's hot down there. Wow. Austin manages to get the ball onto his boot, but it lands on the chest of Goyder, right at the top of the goal square.
What an absorbing contest.
Thomas Goyder. He'll go wide, far side of the ground.
Both sides are trying to break space, but because of the pressure, it's getting very difficult to do.
And come back to Goyder in the goal square. Reload now, goes long with a beautiful left foot kick. Looking there for Sawyer. Free kick's been paid.
Oh, dearie me.
Bowman come in and Sawyer for the Tigers.
Just thought that was a contest. Did he chop the arms?
He's an underrated player, is Cole Sawyer. He does a lot of run out of that back pocket.
I thought his name was Tom.
Cole Sawyer plays on now, gets close to the man on the mark, right in front of us. Chinnery's there. Over the back comes Not, the big frame of Chinnery. Handballs the ball out. They're under pressure. Snaps, goes towards Galloway. Been terrific in this first quarter. In comes Mears. Handball to Fraser. He snaps towards the top of the square. Versace out of position. Done it well, Versace.
He done that very well.
Handball over to Goyder, and they're out. They go on the far side of the ground. Mark there, or free kick to Clark.
He was smashed in the contest, Clark, then.
Terrific effort from Versace down back.
Pulled up a bit sore then, did Clark.
So Jai Clark, 50 games for the Perth Demons, round one this year.
There's a bit of an art to that, isn't it, down the defensive, running back into the player?
Absolutely there is. Clark goes long down that outer wing. Chinnery flies, can't take the mark. Crane roves the pack. The little warrior, the little master drives it to the half-forward flank. Here comes Wright. Can't pick up the football. Ethan Nordell, good handball out to his brother Bodie. He runs inside, fires off a short pass to... it was to Johnson, but the ball's got to come back. Who's it coming back to? It's coming back to the Magpies.
Tony Knott, isn't it?
Not sure what for. It is Tony Knott. Goes up, finds Fraser. Played a brilliant game last week, Fraser. Goes wide out the wing, short pass to Austin, the $6 million man. Brings it into Sanford. Sanford takes the mark. Handballs on to Fraser, not his best moment. And umpire said that he went over the mark, so there's a 50-metre penalty. He didn't stand.
Wow.
Well, there's the even up for the last 50, Croney. Wow. So... is this Sanford with the football?
Well, he'll be looking to put one on the board for the Magpies.
It is Sanford, isn't it? I think it is. In he comes. Directly in front. Goes to 49. Let's fly with a right foot. Drop
he's
punt.
given that
It is
over.
an absolute belter. A really big chance for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day.
Gee, he got hold of that, didn't he? Just made that little bit of extra ground around the man on the mark and absolutely let fly with it. That was a terrific kick.
And on the Southwest Isuzu Ute scoreboard, Busselton 139, trailing South Bunbury 2 straight 12. It is 20 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Terrific effort there from Sanford. What a harsh penalty that standing on the mark rule is. Took him from the centre wing, far side of the ground, within scoring distance. They just said Craney just ran around a little bit, got a fair purchase on that ball, and from 50, he made no mistake. Margin now 3 points. 2 goals straight, the Tigers. 1 goal, 3 Busselton. The ball's back in the middle. Chinnery's doing the ruck work against right. It spills out towards Bain. Been good. Now they drive the ball long. Tory's there, but he gets out muscled by Waldrot. He'll play on, get onto his left boot.
Oh.
How's this going to bounce? It bounces and hits the post from 50.
Terrific body work by Waldrot, and they brought it back in quickly, Busselton.
They have, and there's a mark being taken outside 50 by Nathan Torrey. So they slow it down a little bit now after the quick release. Torrey elects to play on, runs his full measure, goes long down the line on that outer wing. Up they go, under the pack. The ball goes over the pack and out of play, and it'll be a throw in for cashforcans.com.au, just forward to centre wing for the Busselton Magpies. This game has got plenty.
You're just wondering how much that breeze has got in it, gentlemen.
Wright and Chinnery, Jack Wright by Chinnery. One down by Chinnery in the end. Picked up by Sanford, the goal kicker. Handballs back to Akers, holding the ball. Didn't dispose of it correctly. And here he is, the racehorse, Cormac. He's copped a bit early, but he will just keep working away and wear him down, Jace Cormac.
Oh, he's an absolute star. Has been for a long time.
Won a couple of grand final best on grounds in his journey.
He's won quite a few grand finals too, as Jace Cormac.
Off the right boot. Up to half forward. They sit underneath it. Chitty couldn't take the mark, the skipper, but sees it over the line and they'll throw it in just forward to centre wing on the outer side for the Tigers.
Lights are on here and early at Hands Oval, and of course a twilight grand final. A bit of history in the making for the Southwest Football League.
Wright and Chinnery again for cashforcans.com.au. Ball comes back into play. One down by Chinnery. Crane battling in there like his life depends on it. Chinnery emerges with the football. Big up and under to centre half forward. Mears tries to slap it over the pack. Really good jump by him. Probably should have gone for the mark. Umpire's going to ball it up right there just forward to centre wing for the Tigers.
So Mears tried to knock that one forward to the pack, and then it comes straight back to him. Ball gets thrown up. Chinnery uses his frame and gets right out of the way. It spills to Osman, just drives it onto his boot. First there is Goyder. Salzburg comes in. Versace's been good in this first quarter. Gets a handball over to Goyder, but under pressure, he's put the ball out of bounds. And Sanford takes the relieving free kick. Plays on, drives it towards the goals. 40 metres out. Salzburg drops what he should have taken. Then he's tackled hard.
He's got a high tackle too.
Far out, Brussels sprout.
He just didn't quite know what was behind him there and stand there. The ball fell out, but he gets the kick anyway.
So Solberg, he'll have a shot 45 metres out. Good last week, coming off the bench. Did some really good things.
They've steadied the Magpies.
Chance to put the Magpies in front. You're absolutely right there, Mac. They've just done it well. They've just kicked the ball around so they've got hands on footy.
So we'll kick from about 47 metres out, Solberg. Maintain his composure. Got the high tackle. In he comes now. Deliberate shot on goal. Looks pretty good off the boot. Just puts it to the near
this
side.
This could hurt him, Craney.
Well,
Through
that's
for
right.
a minor score.
And the shots I've missed have been well and truly gettable, Mac. It's not as if they've been everything's difficult on a grand final day.
Will Gorder go back to the tried and true, Craney, of straight down the ideal
I'll be
middle?
very interested to see if the next quarter they do go down the try.
With the breeze.
They've sort of spread the kick-ins to the flanks on this quarter.
He comes members side. Seen his set. Nordal comes in. Siska handballs it out the back. Waldrett gathers it. Gets through a nest of Magpies on his left foot off the side of the boot. He finds Lane. Lane's just forward to centre. Goes across the ground. Hits up a teammate there in Waldrett. Waldred goes long inside 50. No one can take the mark except Tony Knott.
He is a star, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't play over 300 games of waffle for no reason, and he gets it out there to Parkinson. Took the ball going back with the flight. Now steadies it up. Right half back for the Maggies. Comes inside there to Austin. He's been prominent. Plays on. Goes long on the right boot. Right down the line to the half-forward flank. Ball gets over the pack. Here's Crawford. Picks it up. Tackled. As he got rid of it, did he get rid of it correctly? Umpires let it go, and they're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com.au.
Good story, Reece Crawford. Missed last year's grand final win in the league side. Back in, worked his way back into the league side this year.
So in it comes. Good throw in by the umpire. Wright and Kemp. One down by Wright. Roved by Sanford. Play goes on. Picked up by Akers. He's hammered in the contest. Umpire lets it go. Meadmore fighting for it on the deck. Ball's taken out of the pack by the Magpies. Bowman goes inside. No one can take the mark. Crichton emerges. There's Sanford. They've slapped it into open space. Here comes Sanford again after his own hard work. On the right boot. Not 15.
Oh.
Off the deck by Salzburg. Oh, the goalkeeper in the Viking, Ethan Nordell, on the last line of defence.
I think he thought he had it. He didn't see Nordell there. And Nordell right on the goal line.
Well, I've got to be honest, Weaver, I didn't see Nordell there. He covers an enormous amount of distance, doesn't he, Ethan Nordell? That was terrific defence.
There's not more than a millisecond out there to get rid of the footy. As Goyder comes out of the square, he's got a couple of options. Clark finds Clark just outside defensive 50.
He started off pretty well. A bit of a quiet game last week, or the week before, is young Clark, but
Better
he started this
conditions
game
today.
well.
He'll go to the middle of the ground. Dangerous kick. They have the numbers there. The Magpies. One of them was Bowman. It spills out towards Bain. Stacks on the middle. In they come now. The tackling's fierce.
See,
And the ball to be thrown up right in the middle of the ground.
Jeez.
2 points the margin.
One thing, it is really willing.
Thrown up once again. Over the top comes Kemp. He's been good, but it's one out there by
man
the
again.
Tigers. But the man sitting there in the space
Oh.
is not. And
Oh.
a 50-metre penalty's paid.
Gee.
we spoke about that before. Ethan Nordell is pushing down.
Yeah.
That's leaving Tony Knott
Yeah.
back out a little bit. And Tony Knott, 50 metres.
Johnson frustrated with that, but
So
that's
Tony
the
Knott,
rule.
just forward to centre, been terrific early stages of this first quarter. He'll drive the ball long, look for the big man in Eckert. He's got two
Oh!
through the beat.
Crichton!
Crichton!
Is a beauty.
Oh, the Power Ranger.
A definite contender for CPR Outdoors Mark of the Day, Liam Crichton. And he'll go back after a terrific mark to have a shot on goal. 27 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter. And this to put the Magpies in front.
Wow, that was a good grab. Running back with the flight. That was superb, Liam Crichton.
One of your leaders in your football club in a grand final doing that when the game's on the line early in the first.
Right on the siren,
The
too.
tension, the drama, the atmosphere.
Crosses the 50 now. In he comes, Liam Crichton. Deliberate shot on goal, 30 metres out. He makes no mistake for the Magpies. And they'll go into quarter time with a lead. 2 goals, 5-17. To 2 goals, 1-13. 4 points the lead to the Magpies. What a mark and goal there by Crichton right on quarter time.
What a finish to a terrific quarter between South
Oh.
Bunbury and Busselton. Man, I better let these two boys get their breath. We'll be back after the break to see what the second quarter has in hold. For SEN Spirits, coverage of the Southwest Football League as we watch a replay of the goal from Liam Crichton, the mark and goal, an absolute beauty. He flew back into the pack, turned himself around, put his name in for a chance to win the CPR Outdoors Mark of the Day. It's an absolute beauty, and what a way for Busselton to finish on what was an outstanding first quarter of footy from both these sides. South grabbed a control in the early parts of the quarter, and then Busselton just worked their way back into that game, gentlemen, but a terrific start.
This second quarter, thanks to the biggest showroom in the southwest, the Harvey Norman Superstore in Bunbury. They're going to Back in the middle now for Hyundai. Shadows casting across the oval in this twilight match.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see, gentlemen, just if this breeze has got a bit of an impact on this game.
But this game is evenly poised. How will South Bunbury respond to Crichton's heroics in the last minute?
So SEN Spirit, second quarter action, and Darren McDonald.
Up they go, one down by Hawkins, down to Cormac. Mears wrapped him up. Looks like he's been given a little bit of a job today, Kai Mears, and he's embracing it.
He's loving the contest, isn't he?
Absolutely. Up they go again. Hawkins tries to take it out of the ruck, doesn't grab hold of it. Kemp grabs hold of him, and Hawkins gets the free for being held without it. Right smack bang in the bullseye. Hawkins just goes long to centre half forward. Players set themselves. Lane ends up with the footy. Handball's out. Austin goes to ground. Waldred off the right boot. His opposite foot. Is this the opener they need? It trickles through for a sausage roll. Cade Waldred.
A beautiful bounce there. A kick out of the centre from South, and that is a very quick start by the Tigers. A free kick through the ruckman who got tackled. And Cade Waldrop, well, 100th game, that's very enjoyable. That's his second for the afternoon.
And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard, 3-1-19 South Bunbury regaining the lead of Busselton 2-5-17. 1 minute gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Makes it hard for the Busselton defenders when it goes in that quick. They had after the 6-6-6, very little time to push back to control that. But Cade Waldrop, outstanding.
Opposite boot, Croney.
Yeah, so we're going to give him a chance for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day. I see Charlie just wrote that.
So up goes Kemp again. Brings by Hawkins, comes towards Crane. Austin would have tackled him without it. In they come now. And the umpire will do it all over again. Just for the centre. South Bunbury wrests the lead back. 1.5 minutes in this second quarter. 2 points the margin. Spills out towards Bain. And he's wrapped up by Austin.
Is he from Collie, Bain? He's always chiseling at the coalface.
I don't know, but Vanetti Firewood, mate, it's pretty hot in the kitchen.
Sure is.
Hawkins wins it down again, starting to get on top of Kemp. Handball comes out to Sanford, who kicked a terrific goal in that first quarter. Back to Ganser. Looks forward towards Solberg. He also kicked a terrific goal. Now they go long. Versace in best position. Comes over the top. Misses the mark. Spills out. They have the numbers on the far side. In come the Magpies. Around a couple. Now it spills out and goes out of bounds. 60 metres out from the Magpies goal.
There was another good job by Galloway there. He just put his body in the road of the footy.
He's having a good game, Galloway. 3 goals, 1-19, 2 goals, 5-17. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. 2.5 minutes gone in the second quarter of this grand final. Ground level Crane, that's where he does his best work. Spills out to Cormac. Tackled straight away by Mears.
Yeah.
And definitely Mears has got the job.
Yep.
And as you said, Macca, he's embracing that job, doing a terrific work so far, early stages of this game. Up it goes again. Hawkins wins it down, straight up and down, back to Kemp, over towards Galloway. Will it bounce up for him? Spills out 30 metres out from Busselton's goal. Umpire letting it go. Still letting it go. Spills out to Austin. Shot on goal, but at the back is the quarterback in Goiter, and he takes a relieving mark.
Goiter comes out to the members' side. Clark takes a mark right in front of South Bunbury Social Rooms in the left back pocket. And the terracing's looking quite full today. Goes across the ground, finds Horseman, the spare parts man. Brings it further across the ground, and there's Cormac. Waiting for him to really get going. Chips it out, finds Robin in Crane. Batman found Robin. Away they go. Big long kick from Crane right up to the wing. Coming in underneath it was Chitty. Couldn't take the mark. Ball's in dispute. Ends up with Hawkins. Got it to Nordell. He kicks it long to centre half forward. Lane can't gather it. Still there is Ethan Nordell. Here goes Parkinson. Runs away from the pack. He looks at the umpire. He's run about 40 metres. Anyway, let's go to centre half forward. Coming across the back there and taking the mark is Jay Wright. Jack Wright. And he goes up to the wing. Good mark to Lane. Getting a little bit of it. Handball on to Tom Sawyer. He looks, lowers the eyes, goes inside 50. Johnson pushed in the back. Umpire says play on, but Nordell took the mark. and he's going to go back and have a shot on goal.
He just snuck in behind the pack, did Nordell, and ended up taking a chest mark.
In he comes, 45-degree angle, and he'll shoot from about 45. His type of kick is not foreign to Ethan Nordell. Has a good look at them. Starts his run up now. Gets through the paint. Let's go from 45. Umpire does a bit of work and he's missed to the near side.
So another let off there for the Magpies. There's been a few there, a couple for the Tigers in the first quarter, and that one from Nordell made the distance, no problem at all from 45. Terrific kick. It looked like Johnson done a dummy lead and Nordell just slipped in behind him and took the chest mark. But they'll reload through Fraser. All numbers 4 to the centre, across the whole ground. Plays on now. He'll go long to the far side of the ground, looking for Bowman. Plenty of numbers around the ball. One of them's Versace. What's he doing up there? Handball over to Crane. Gets the ball back out to right. Back to Versace. Just chucks it onto his boot. It lands on the chest of Johnson. It spills out. Now they're under pressure. Comes to Fraser. Has one bounce. Drives the ball long. That was Tory. Outnumbered 3-1. One of them's Goiter. Solberg's there. Trying to keep the ball in play. Clark does. In comes Crichton. Sawyer picks it beautiful off the ground, gets it onto his boot, but in the tackle has kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Gee, Liam Crichton, he just put his body in the line then.
We are running out of Giovanetti firewood. It is hot in the kitchen, Crane. He keeps stoking it up.
As Akers will bring the ball back in. Goes long with that left boot, looking for Eckert, outnumbered 2-1. Across the front of him comes Goiter, and he takes the mark. And they're just wiping a bit of dirt off the front of his jumper.
Just getting to know each other.
Goiter goes short, and he finds Crane. No disrespect, Sean. Centre of the ground. He'll go back and find Goiter. So just maintaining possession. All players 4 to the centre. Has a player wide. It's a dangerous kick in the centre of the ground. He might go that way. He will go that way. Now it's opened up. They could open up the whole ground here as he finds Gallagher. Is it? Handballs into right. Could get the ball back. Under pressure from Mears. Gets around him. Goes into Hawkins in the middle of the ground. The big ruckman drives the ball long. Gets spoiled over the back. First there is Lucas Kemp. He goes short, looking for Parkinson. Front on contact. No. Comes to Meadmore. Handballs to no one in particular. Spills over to Chitty, the skipper. There's a free kick being paid. It'll go the way of Parkinson.
I like that, the way the South Tigers did that. If they had gone down the line, there was a heap of Busselton set up, brave enough to swing it across the other side.
So Meadmore, the veteran, kicks it out of defence, trying to find a target in Chinnery. Ball comes back inside 50. Boat in Ordell, streams away from the pack. Handballs over to brother Ethan. Can't pick it up. It's hot in the kitchen, as I've said previously. And off the ground by the Magpies. Number 5 in Austin, and it's another behind to the Tigers.
Did you hit the nail on the head before, Weaver? There's not a lot of time to think out there. If you dawdle around a bit, you're going to get pinged.
Normally Ethan Nordell would have been as clean as a whistle there and had a shot on goal, but the pressure is immense. Hoffman to bring the ball back into play for the Pies. Goes to the outer side with a short pass, and it clears Meadmore, and there'll be a ball in for cashforcans.com.au.
They're forcing turnovers, aren't they, South Bunbury? They want them to kick long, but they force them. They give them a short option. They just can't find it.
40 metres around from the Tigers' goal, scoreboard side. Ball to come back into play. Chinnery and Hawkins. Hawkins goes underneath it. Chinnery stands over it, can't pick it up. Storming through there was Fraser. Still the ball is stuck in the pack. They wrap it up. Austin nearly gets it through. Now it spits out to Crane. He can't pick it up either. They're trapped at the 40-metre mark, just in front of South Bunbury's goal, and they're going to throw it up for Hyundai.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there.
Up they go. Hawkins wins this over Chinnery, spits out Crane, clean as a whistle, wheels around, left foot snap over the shoulder, big fist from Kemp. Here comes a very good work there by South Bunbury. They're going over like 9 pins. Picked up by Ethan Nordell. The Viking has a look, puts one inside along the ground. Torrey gathers the ball in defence, brings it out now, do the Busselton Magpies. Here they go, one bounce. Comes up the wing. Oh, good mark to Crichton. Just so much power in those legs.
He's a man on a mission. Liam
Goes
Crichton.
inside to Mears. Mears wrong foots his opponent and then goes long to centre half forward. Who's going to fly and take the mark? No one. Eckert desperate to the ball. Horsman just as desperate. Galloway's in there. And the umpire's going to ball it up at right half forward for the Magpies.
It's a terrific effort there from Eckert. Made a contest, brought the ball back in, then tried to get it out.
And locked it in. That's the key, Weaver.
Chinnery
way
comes
to
to
go.
Parkinson. He'll cross 50. It's not the best looking kick.
Oh!
Eckert in front. Has he been paid the mark? No.
Jeez.
Spilled out. Ball to be thrown up 30 metres out from goal.
Like to see it on replay.
I think Parkinson learnt that kick at Tigers when he left Dean Mill. He definitely wasn't there then. Ball's won out by Eckert. Sanford's there. Will it set up for him? Snaps on goal!
That is a cracker!
Behind.
Oh, wow. I thought from here.
Terrific effort.
Well, that had me in there, gentlemen. I thought he had absolutely nailed that.
Tom Gorder. What's he going to do? This is what we've been asking Craney. They got a slight breeze.
I reckon this will go down the middle.
Looking at where the players are gathered, I think you're right. Big torpedo punt. Nearly into the centre of the ground. Clears the pack. Mears dives on the football. Umpire's going to ball it up just forward to centre for the Maggies.
It's brave, isn't it?
Big
Doing the
territory,
big
big territory game. Chinnery just throws Hawkins out of the way, grabs the footy and slams it on his left foot. Versace comes out and takes the ball on his chest.
talk. Chinnery took no prisoners, didn't he?
No.
Just move out the road there, son.
Rocco Versace comes members side. Lane puts on a little bit of an afterburner, takes an uncontested mark. Standing the mark, there's Howell. Lane goes down the line looking for Crane. Coming over the back was Meadmore. So the ball goes over the line. They're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com.au.
Couple of wily veterans there, Crane and Meadmore going head to head.
Yeah.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG.
So Chinnery and Hawkins to do battle again. Ball comes back into play. Neither ruckman win. Hawkins head over the footy, storming through Bodie Nordell. Now Ethan Nordell tries to bulldoze his way, and the umpire is going to ball it up at left half forward for the Tigers. Whoa.
Cormac's gone forward too
Up they go.
for the Tigers.
Chinnery knocks it down. Austin snaps it out of the pack. Coming out and meeting the footballs. Patterson like a jackrabbit. He's away on the left foot. Out he goes looking for the Power Ranger. Can't take the mark. He's going to end up with the footy though, Crichton. Good handball off to Mears. He's away. Gets to 50. Lowers the eyes. He's got Ganser in the pocket, but coming out and taking the mark. On his chest is Siska.
It's a great pushback by Siska.
Really good work.
And a bit of Gen X engineering teamwork from the Magpies. Looked pretty good till it got railroaded.
Just didn't have an option there. Mears tried to go to goal. Sister takes a mark, goes long, gets a fair purchase on that. They have the numbers there, the Tigers. But the tackling's pressure's been immense from both sides.
Both these sides are struggling to find enough space to work in, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. It's the defensive pressure is amazing all over the ground.
The ball thrown up 60 metres out from goal. Over the top comes Kemp this time of Hawkins. Wins it down, knocks it forward. Spills out, Ganser's there. And another solid tackle. Umpire to come in and do it all over again.
Both these sides like finding space and like moving the ball quickly, but it's a bit more difficult today.
Well,
there's
Andrew.
a bit going
Oh,
on
did
there.
you see that one
Ball
in there?
wins out, comes towards Parkinson, just drops it onto his boot.
There's a little bit of a kidney punch from, was it Bodie Nordell?
That was a little bit of get to know me.
Not quite a hullabaloo yet, Craney,
No.
but we might have one soon.
So this time the ball right on defensive 50 for the Tigers to be thrown in. 3 points the margin. The way of the Tigers, 3-3-21, 2-6-18 the Magpies. Doesn't favour any ruckman. Land short into a nest. Parkinson's there. Austin's
Whoa.
there. He's wrapped up in a tackle. It spills out. Far side of the ground. Now they're out. In they come and in they come again. I think that's Kemp.
Whoa, that was an SKG radiology handball there for Bodie Nordell, and he stood underneath it and he knew what was coming.
And I think you've got to be brave, don't you? You know what's going to come, so you've got to just wear it.
Yeah, up they go. One down by Hawkins, coming through Crane. He's buried. The umpire says he's earned a free kick. The little master. Up he gets. Nothing much worries Sean Crane. Little chip pass, finds Ethan Nordell. He and Bodie playing with a little bit of Viking spite today. Goes down the wing, not the best kick, beats Cormac over the line. I think it's out on the full. So Nathan Torrey to bring it back into play for the Pies. Right on that far wing.
Harvey Norman interchange bench getting plenty of work out down there, gentlemen. Two
Oh.
very good coaches on the sidelines.
Torrey plays on. Big long kick to centre half forward. They all set themselves and
That's a
coming in
great
over
grab.
the back is the Viking. Ethan Nordell comes across to Hawkins. Now receives the footy again. Love the way he's going about it. Crawford grabs the footy. The left footer puts an absolute bullet up the line to Lane. Did all the hard work, just couldn't take the mark. Magpies come in to save the day. I think it might be Parkinson, no, Sanford. And umpire is going to ball it up. Well, it's Fraser, in fact, getting up off the deck. Ball it up. 55 out from South Bunbury.
Was that a
goal.
Bunbury mower service tackle of the game, contender?
It was a ripper.
A ripper.
Ball's thrown up right on the 50. Kemp comes over, wins it down again. Austin's there. Wall drop there. Got a couple to his name. Goes backwards. Nearly cut off in the middle of the ground by Howe. Spills out to Gallagher. Drives the ball long. They have the numbers there, the Magpies. It spills out to Chitty. Can
Here he
use
goes.
Crane. Crane handballs over to Cormac. They've done this a few times. Cormac closes from 10 metres. The umpire comes back and says, "You beauty, that's a goal," to Jace Cormac.
Oh, now there's a hullabaloo, Craney.
Now there's a bit going on. And I tell you what, the two old stages worked that extremely well, didn't they? Didn't panic. Jace Cormac been a little bit quiet by his standards so far this afternoon, but by gee, when he gets that close, he isn't going to miss.
Craney is getting a fair bit of attention.
Absolutely
and he only needs a few moments and he'll keep going. But Batman and Robin,
he's a match winner.
The
He's a match winner.
dynamic duo, they share a sixth sense. They've been playing a fair bit of footy together for a fair while. And on the Southwest Isuzu Youth scoreboard, South Bunbury 4-3-27, leading the Magpies 2-6-18, 9-point differential, 16, nearly 17 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Both sides having to work very, very hard for their goals.
Oh, crazy. It is huge, the work rate required. Kemp wins the knock for the Magpies. Bain can't pick it up. Bodie Nordell does. Goes backward. Waldrett tried to get to Galloway with a handball. Totally missed him. Now Waldrett's in a bit of trouble. Sanford gets after the football for the Pies. Here comes the Chisler. Gathers. Has a bounce. And another. He's got support if he needs it. Does use it. It's Jai Clark. He's going to have to go back. Bain gathers the footy. There's Magpie pressure everywhere from Fraser. It's over the line, and the umpire says incorrect disposal, holding the ball, however you want to say
See,
it.
the Magpie
and the
defence
veteran
there
comes
was
out on top.
outstanding. I'll tell you what, Waldrot's in a bit of strife. He hasn't got off the ground yet.
2 goals in his 100th game. They need him up and going. Ball goes down the line, down the wing, taken by Horsman off the pack. Crawford kicks it forward. Siska takes the mark and plays on immediately. Leaves him in his wake. Runs inside 50. Fires on goal. And he's let me down.
And Walrot, he's up. He must have just got one to the breadbasket.
He's got some serious wheels, Cade Siska. His eyes lit up like dinner plates. He just couldn't finish off from
He'll
40
be a little bit
metres.
disappointed with that. I reckon he was putting that one in the book, Cade Siska.
He didn't have enough bounces, Craney. That was it. He had 6 a couple of weeks ago. Kicked a terrific goal.
Actually, could have nearly had another then.
As Knott brings the ball in, goes short and finds Fraser. Throwing me off in the short sleeve today, Fraser. He goes short as well, finds Akers. He wheels around on his left boot, hugging the far side of the ground, but he's miskicked that one. It's gone out of bounds on the full.
It's amazing how many players put it out of bounds on the full on the scoreboard side.
And Goyder, it'll come back to Galloway. Take the free kick. Still 2 kicks out from goal. 10 points the margin. Nearly 19 minutes gone in the second quarter. Gets onto that left boot. Not the best looking kick. Could land in a tricky spot. Comes to Chitty. Snap on goal from Chitty.
Chitty, bang, bang.
And the skipper gets his name on the board. Kevin Chitty.
Yeah, well worked. He's another one who's been a little bit quiet
He
for the
has.
Tigers early, but gee, he made his mark then, swooped on that, did Kevin Chitty, and made absolutely no mistake for the Tigers to put their 5th through for the afternoon.
And on the Southwest Isuzu Ute score, actually it's Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. It is South Bunbury 5-4-34, Busselton 2-6-18. So it is a 16-point ball game. 20 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and we're back in the bullseye for Hyundai.
And Charlie's very busy up there because he's looking for our WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day and our Seapur Outdoor Centre mark of the day.
We've got Jay Wright into the ruck for the Tigers and Bo Chinnery for the Magpies.
What have we done here? This warning? No?
I'm not really sure. Up they go. One down by Chinnery to himself. Tried to handball it out to Sanford. Now it's picked up by Crichton and Hackford. Here's Austin. Steadies with a handball to Salford, running straight as he sidesteps, slipped over. Here's Bowman, puts up another big arrow to the goal mouth. What's going to happen here? Ball comes to the pack, and Horsman wins the day and brings it out of defence for the Tigers. Straight down the corridor they go. Here's picked up by Hoffman off the pack, went to Mears. Ethan Nordell snaps over the shoulder. Waldrett's in a paddock if he can gather it. Coming through, Skempy's missed it. Picked up there by Johnson. He's tackled without the footy, but the umpire says holding the ball. Wowee.
Liam Crichton went onto the centre bounce there and made a bit of difference for the Magpies.
Terrific tackle there by Kemp. Just the bounce of the footy comes to naught, far side of the ground. And just maintaining possession. 21 minutes gone in this second quarter, the Magpies. 16 points the margin. Akers drives the ball long. Nordell in best position. And he takes a terrific mark.
Tell you what, the Viking is rising, Craney.
Terrific player, Nordell.
You actually met
Has
the
a player
Vikings'
wide.
mum.
Goes backward a little bit and finds Crawford. Beautiful left foot kick of the footy
A
is
little bit
Crawford.
back. That was a long way back.
He'll go back to where it come from. Finds Wright on the far side of the ground, centre wing. 5 goals, 4-34 the Tigers. 2 goals, 6-18. Harvey Norman Electrical Bunbury scoreboard. 21 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. Go long, but over the back. The mark is taken by Hoffman.
This is an amazing contest.
Goes short and finds Sanford. Kicked a terrific goal in the first quarter of this game. Being called to play on now. Goes short. I thought he was looking there for Mears, but in front, Akers takes the mark.
He's been pretty busy, Akers.
Needs to hit a target.
He's been the
Covered
sort
all
of a
targets.
go-to coming out of that defence for the Magpies.
It's just one-on-ones wherever you look. There's no easy get out.
Goes wide. Cameron gets around a couple. Handballs back into Mears. Now they're in the middle of the ground. Dicey handball to Sanford, but finds him. Back to Hoffman. Tackled in the middle of the ground. They're under extreme pressure. Comes back towards Mears. It won't settle for him. He's met heavily in the middle of the ground.
Jeez, it's like we're in a Rocky movie.
And Austin wins the free kick. Had Meadmore short, pops it up. Fraser knocks the ball in front, can close on 50, goes off the left boot.
Well done.
Bit of, Gen X engineering teamwork there, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cool and calm in a crisis.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's found Howell. Handballs off to Bowman, smothered off the mark. Lands in the arms of Solberg, tries to get it out to Ganza. Now Siska just drops it onto his boot into a nest of Magpies. And one of them is Hoffman, and he takes the mark, centre wing.
Hoffman, centre wing, looking for options. Nowhere to go, so he goes back for a minute just to maintain possession. Akers has the football, goes across to Lucas Kemp. He takes the mark and plays on immediately. Goes straight down the line, misses Chinnery over the top of him. Running onto it is Patterson, but Versace met it hard. Brought down by Patterson. And what's the umpire said? Holding the ball. So the Magpies at the top of 50. The Jackrabbit has the footy.
The tackling absolutely intense. The game intense.
Dylan Patterson, the in for this week, with Arbin being out. Goes to the teeth of goal. They set themselves. Galloway can't mark. They spoiled each other. Sanford can't take it cleanly. Galloway gets them out of trouble for the moment. Going along the ground there was Clark. Fraser all on his own. Johnson closes, takes him out, but Meadmore's there for support. Goes back into the centre of the ground. There's Chinnery. He had Mears there cruising by, but elected not to use him.
The Magpies are having a bit of a moment here.
Chinnery goes long inside 50. The pack forms. No one can take the mark. Crichton out to Patterson. Left foot snap. What's going to happen? He's bounced it through. The Jackrabbits kicked a real contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket Goal of the Year. In fact, it could be a Buckingham the Butcher's bucking big moment.
It is full on, and the Magpies have gained a little bit of control over this game in the last 5 or 10, and I think that was only a matter of a time before someone picked it up and popped it through, and that was Dylan Patterson, as you said, brought back into the side this week. He is a serious player, don't worry
He's
about
a good
that.
player.
And he plays with a lot of heart too, and he'll be wrapped with that.
And that footy can do amazing things. Goyder, they had 2 numbers there. One of them was Goyder, and it just kept rolling and rolling. And we talk about being intense out on the field. It's intense in here as well, I tell you.
On the Harvey Norman electrical
We
scoreboard.
could need some medical assistance as this game goes on.
It's 10 points to South Bunbury on the Harvey Norman electrical scoreboard. 25 minutes gone on the Preston Power equipment clock.
This time, Hawkins wins it backwards. Comes over, back to Gallagher, drives the ball long, looking there for Chitty, goes over his head. It's all about the bounce again. Nordell's there for help, tries to get the handball out, wrapped up by Torrey, comes over to Chitty. Umpire's seen a free kick. It'll go the way of the Tigers. Nordell held without the ball, right on 50. Bodie Nordell goes wide. As a player wide, that was right. Gets knocked off the ball, comes back to right. He'll snap on. Goal! What a goal!
Right
the
here.
Tigers!
Right now.
That was
right
Cade-
here.
Cade
Right
Wal-
now.
Cade Waldrop. Cade Waldrop, I think, there, Weaver. That snapped that
That's
goal.
his third.
So
That's his
Waldrop
third.
gets his third. Found plenty of space on the lead, did Waldrop. Come back to him on his natural side. Made no mistake from 35 metres out.
Gee, I was
and
gonna-
the instant response goes the way of the Tigers.
I was going to be a little bit critical of him leading into that scoreboard pocket, but when you do that sort of thing, then you can lead wherever you like.
It's a
Because
right side for that
he
left footer.
He finished it off very nicely, kept good control, turned the Magpies defenders inside out, and popped it through. In fact, that was a pretty good contender for our WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day. We're starting to get a big list of them too, Charlie.
But the Magpies were coming, and South Bunbury get one against the flow of play, and Chinnery and Hawkins go at it again. Hawkins wins it down, taken by Bain. He's grabbed down viciously by Austin, and they take off via Parkinson. He goes to half
crash.
forward. Ball comes to the front of the pack. Bowman's kick is smothered. Siska comes in, fires out a handball to Clark. Off the left foot he goes forward. Coming back with the flight was Bain with courage and wins a free kick for front on contact. Oh, and the cavalry have rallied. Oh, there's hullabaloo, Craney.
Yeah, the boys.
Oh,
gonna go
Siska and
a
Parkinson.
little bit under control here.
There's a concussion check, and she's pulling Bain off the ground. He doesn't want to go.
I think he's got a bit of the blood rule, hasn't he? He copped a fairly nasty one.
So
He copped one in the semi-final too, did Bain?
he looks all right. So Jai Clark with the footy, just on the grandstand wing here. Just waiting for Bain to come off. Lanes come on the ground. SKG Radiology going to give Bain a little bit of a look over.
Yeah, we're looking for a rising star thanks to Garage Store Southwest and Western All Pest Services best defender as we wait for Jai Clark to resume play.
He's got Versace here if he wants to use him, but he elects to go long
And why
to
wouldn't you?
the
That's a
hot
beautiful
spot.
kick.
They set themselves. Lane flies, Coves over the back. No one can gather it. It's a snap off the deck from Johnson. The Tigers have got another one, and look at them. They're up and about. Their tails are in the air.
Yeah, Blaine Johnson, that's his first real crack at it this afternoon. He had a shot up there. So that's his second goal for this afternoon, actually. The first one went through with a bit of a wobbly kick. That one, a falling snapshot, I'll call that one, gentlemen, because he was falling and popped it over the top. And I tell you what, the Tigers are up and about. It's an amazing game, isn't it, as Bodie Nordell is coming off, as well as Johnson onto the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
Harvey Norman electrical scoreboard. South Bunbury 7-4-46.
I think there's been a
Busselton
card
3-6,
here.
There was a
24.
card. Who got the card, Weaver?
Not sure who got the card. I did see the umpire bring the card out, whether both of them got it or not, but there has been a yellow card. So they'll have a little bit of a spell.
Not long left in this second half on the Preston Power equipment clock.
So
That was a dual change there, so we're not quite sure who wore that.
So we'll see what's going on here, whether they throw the ball up in the middle or it's a free kick to the Magpies.
Not sure because there's no one in
It's
the
a free kick to the Magpies, and it'll go the way of their ruckman in Chinnery. He goes wide and finds Sanford. Goes wider once again, finds Akers. He has a little bit of room now. Can put this to the teeth of the goal square. Decides to look for Eckert. Goes over the top of his head, but he's being pushed in the back in the marking contest.
Oh, this is a crucial goal, crucial kick.
Big man Eckert will have a shot on goal to get
Well, I
one
think-
back for the Magpies.
I think the card was pretty crucial, actually. The Tigers were
Yeah.
up and about, and then whatever happened, we seen Nordell and Johnson come off at the same time. Not sure who got it, but it
The confusion
caused
reigns.
a bit of confusion. And to let Busselton have the shot just straight out of the centre with the free rein, Eckert gets a shot for goal. On the siren, would you believe, gentlemen?
So
Wow.
another shot on the siren, this time at half-time. This to reduce the margin to 16 points. And the big key forward, Ryan Eckert, kick from 47 metres out. This to reduce the margin to less than 3 goals going into the half. Crosses the 50 now, steadies himself, deliberate shot on goal. The umpire, is it going to get there? It's gone
done
over
enough.
the line. And
Oh.
they get one back right on the siren. The big man Eckert's up and about.
Bucking.
Margin back to 16 points.
Buckingham, the Butchers, bucking big moment from Ryan Eckert. They've kicked 2 after the siren, either break the Magpies, and this game is still alive.
It is half-time here at Hands Oval, and we have got an absolute beauty. South Bunbury 7-4-46, lead Busselton 4-6-30. We'll be back after the break for the half-time wrap. Welcome back to SEN Spirits coverage of the Southwest Football League Grand Final day, and it is half-time in the League Grand Final. South Bunbury leads 7-4-46 to Busselton 4-6-30, and I tell you what, it has been an absolute cracker of a first half. This is the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat. We always like the Hollow Beach Bar. Good day to Richie and all the crew up there. I'm sure they'll be watching it on the big screen. And Geograph Civil, they own it, they choose safety, they give a damn, and they deliver. Geograph Civil, they give a damn, Macca, so that's all right. Now, Macca, I'm going to throw this one to you because you like the Buckingham, the Butchers, but it's not the big moment.
Okay.
Just who do you think's the best on ground so far?
Oh, geez, there's a few. Like, you have to look. Galloway had a really good first quarter, was steady in the second. Waldrett's got 3 goals to his name, crucial moments in his 100th game. Bain has chiselled away. You've got Ethan Nordell really rose in that second quarter. Crane's been good across the first half, and Bodie Nordell's also been pretty consistent. Then you had Tony Knott in the first quarter for the Magpies. Austin's been good across the first half. Sanford as well. Nathan Torrey out of the back line's gathered a lot of footy and used it well, and Akers and Mears. So you could sort of raffle it at the moment. It's that type of game. No one is having a bad day. All players are having a red-hot crack. But at the moment, I guess the best on ground for me at this point in time, I'm going to call it to be Austin.
This is the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat, and as always, I like to give my mate Weaver a bit of a question. Thanks to Giovanetti Firewood Bunbury, fend off the cold with Giovanetti Firewood. In your opinion, Weaver, who's running hot?
Well, I think both. So I think the tackling, I like the way Lucas Kemp and Kelton Kemp are going about it. They're sort of overzealous on the tackling. But I think that last goal to Eckert was fantastic. But for me, Cade Waldrott has been fantastic. I missed one of his goals. He snapped that last one. He's got 3 to half time. But every time he gets the ball, something happens when he gets it. So for me, in his 100th game, he's running hot, Cade Waldrott.
It's going to be very interesting to see. Both these sides to like to open up a bit of space. But because of the pressure, they've been unable to do that. It did just towards the end of that quarter start to open up a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. And I tell you what, gentlemen, thanks to the Hollow Beach Bar for your support throughout the season. I'm sure Richie and the crew are enjoying themselves up there watching it on the big screen. We'll be back after the break for the second half of the grand final between South Bunbury and Hands Oval, where it is half-time in the league grand final for 2025. And what a spectacular first half we have had so far. Well, Darren, I don't know, I'm a bit nervous when I asked you this because this is the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat, but there is a little period in this where we asked for the big moments for Buckingham the Butchers inside the Bunbury Plaza.
I've narrowed it down for 3 for the Buckingham the Butchers bucking big moments so far, and Crichton's goal after the siren, and a lot of leadership required there. Old head, and to take the mark he did backing back into the pack, that was huge. Then you had Eckert's goal after the siren, winning the free kick, going back under enormous pressure. absolutely nailed it over the line. But I reckon the big moment in the first half was the first 30 seconds of that second quarter when South Bunbury got the ball out of the middle of the ground, got it to a contest, walled it off the deck, opposite boot, dribbles one through for his second goal, and that set them on their way.
So the Tigers are back on the ground. The Magpies just making their way out onto Hands Oval. The umpires are back on the ground. The injury report, thanks to SKG Radiology, get the right results every time. Well, I'm interested to see if one of you blokes could pick up whether Mitch Bain is back out on the track. He come off when he was a little bit groggy, so it'd be good to see him out.
He's in the huddle, Craney.
And the Gen X engineering teamwork has been, well, it's been hard work because the pressure from opposition sides has made it to find a bit of space and open up that teamwork very difficult.
Yeah, there was that period there in the second quarter, and they ended up with Kai Mears and that series of handballs from the Magpies, and he lowered his eyes to go to the pocket. He just didn't have any options.
That was the halftime show, thanks to the Hollow Beach Bar and Grill. Your support, Richie and the crew up there, absolutely superb throughout our season, not only for our game day, but for our show as well. So good on to you fellas watching up there. Players are just getting back into position, and I tell you what, it's still anyone's game. That goal by Eckert after the siren was set the game in motion. Busselton would have went in there on a high going into their change rooms. Weaver?
Well, he just keeps resenting Eckert. He's done some good things, limited opportunities, always draws a crowd, 2 or 3 defenders, but he put himself in the best position, A, to take the mark, or B, to win the free kick. And they've kicked 2 after the siren, 1 to Crichton, as Mackin mentioned, but that one right on half-time, he was up and about, Eckert, and they drew that margin back to 16 points. So different game of footy now under lights. The wind's completely dropped off, looking at the trees out there. So be interested to see how this goes. But Busselton need to draw this back to within 10 or maybe 6 points at three-quarter time. Would just not let this margin get out any further.
So we're just about to start the third quarter thanks to WA Carpet Supermarket. Explore the largest flooring warehouse in the southwest as the umpire throws it up. This is Etienne Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for Hyundai. Hawkins wins it, taken by Parkinson, brought to ground, high tackle from Bain. Parkinson right in the middle of the ground, looking for someone to give it to. Runs around on his right boot and goes long. Inside 50 it will go. Big mark on the back to Jack Wright.
Gee, that's a terrific grab by Jack Wright.
And he trips over going backwards. But he's all right.
It'll be right in the end.
Gives it to Gorda on his left foot. Floats one out to the far wing. Away they work. The ball trickles over the line. Magpies happy to see it go over. And they'll throw it up just forward to centre for the Magpies.
It's going to be interesting to see how,
throw it in, sorry,
as the darkness comes across this oval, what effect it has on the scoring end.
And the atmosphere. It's going to come in to play for cashforcans.com. Chinnery and Hawkins. Hawkins goes at it, wins the knock, knocks it forward. Siska beats him over the line. Umpire says do it all again for Cash for Cans. Recycling made easy here in the southwest because of them.
Ching ching, Mac.
All right.
The lights on the hill are lighting up too, mate.
Beautiful.
Slim Dusty.
One down by Chinnery. Then he goes to pick it up. Our umpire's found a free kick, saying he's been held without it. So Big Bo Chinnery has the football right on the wing.
He battles hard, the big fella, doesn't he?
On the left foot he goes to the top of 50. Coming out and taking a strong mark is that man Eckert. Still buoyed by his big goal in half time.
Gee, that was a strong grab too and a terrific lead.
Goes around on his left boot and heads for home. Crichton's in the square with two. Takes a mark, plays on, slams it home, and the Magpies draw first blood in the third.
Gee, that was good by Liam Crichton. That's why he's the leading goal kicker for the Southwest in 2:25. That was strong. He had 2 Tigers defenders pushing right back on him. He held his ground and then ended up turning around into an open goal. Gee, what a start for the Magpies. And
on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, it is the South Bunbury Tigers 7-4-46 leading Busselton Magpies 5-6-36, 10 points, 2 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
Well, I heard an interview halfway through the season where Crichton was on the radio saying how well him and Eckert worked, and that was Exhibit A right there. Eckert took a terrific mark in front of his eyes, wheeled around, and Crichton just nudged 2 defenders under the ball, took the mark, and ran into an open goal. So that margin now to 10 points.
Gee, I tell you, did you just say we did a terrific interview on the ball? We'll take that, Charlie.
Write that down, Charlie, on your bit of paper. We'll find an award for that. Up they go again, Chinnery. He's been good, but it comes to Crane. Handball over to Cormac. They've done that once or twice before. Cormac wins a free kick. Play on advantage now. And his advantage comes off the chest of Chitty. Lands in the arms of Akers. Gets around Chitty. Gets onto his left boot. Beats all comers. Lands towards Bowman. Over to Austin. He's tackled straight away by Cormac. It's still tough out there.
Wow.
Ball to be thrown up 50 metres out from Busselton's goal.
Gee, the Magpies have come out fired up, haven't they, at the start of this third quarter?
They look like they're about to swoop, and then Jace Cormac comes in with a ripper for Bunbury Mowing Service.
Chinnery gets front position, clean possession, drives the ball long. Eckert's there. It's a matter of willpower. Spills over the back. Soccer off the ground from Eckert. And he's put through another one. And the margin's back to 4 points. The big fella. Don't worry about bending down. Goes bang from 2 metres.
Yeah, go right back to Bo Chinnery there, the big fella. He made his presence felt to create that opportunity, and you're right, Ryan Eckhart puts through his second for the afternoon, and the Magpies, well, they're up and about.
Oh, and Eckert having an influence as we look at the replay. Shepherds make space, can't be picked up by Cameron, and Eckert comes in and slams it off the deck with his left foot.
He didn't mind it, the big fella, either.
7-4-46 Bunbury to Busselton 6-6-42. 4 minutes gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, which is just looking at us beautifully.
Gee, I
on
reckon
the WA Carpet Supermarket
this game
scoreboard.
is living up to all expectations. We expected a titanic clash, and that's what we've got.
Oh, it's huge. How will the Tigers respond now? It's back into the middle for Hyundai. Hawkins
2 goals
and
in 4
Chinnery.
minutes. That's a pretty handy effort.
Up they go. One down by Hawkins. Bain overruns it. Taken off the deck by Ganza. Siska picks up an errant handball, runs forward, goes inside 50. Big mark on the chest inside 50, and it's going to Cade Waldrett.
Gee, he's after goal number 4 too, Cade Waldrott.
He's having a big day in his 100th. 45-degree angle.
Bit of a pressure kick here too to stem the flow a bit.
Right side for this left footer. Yeah, Busselton, he kicked the last 3. You're right, Alan. He's just going to have to walk straight at it and kick it straight, I reckon.
That's a good plan, Mac.
In he comes. Cade Waldrett, the lethal left, gets on that left, hammers it home,
That's
and
exactly
he's got his
what he
4th.
did.
And as Weaver said, he's running hot for Giovanetti Firewood.
Yeah, 4 goals to Cade, but that was a good, strong mark. And the Tigers needed that just to settle the ship a bit. The Magpies had come out and kicked 2 in 4 minutes, and it goes down. That was a beautiful finish. As you said, Mac, it's a very simple game. Go back, kick the thing straight, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, the blood would have drained from Chinnery's face when that errant handball, and all he sees is Siska, and as a big fella, he would rather Hawkins there, but Siska used his leg speed, found Waldrott, and what a day out he's having. 4 goals, early stage of the third quarter. WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, 10 points the margin, 8 goals, 4-52 the Tigers, 6 goals, 6-42. Still game on. 6 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Well, it's game on, all right.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Chinnery up against Hawkins. Hawkins wins it down, comes towards Austin, then back towards Chinnery. Cormac gets a handball out, looks for Crane. In they come, the tackling still hard. Austin lays a tackle. Umpire will come in, throw the ball up.
The tackling's absolutely fierce, Weaver.
Fierce and legal.
Yeah, that's you're right there.
They've done well. The big fellas go at it again. Chinnery wins it down, comes to Parkinson, spills out to Bain, drives the ball forward, goes through the hands, lands towards Lane. They're under pressure, the Busselton defence. Tries to get the handball over to Sanford, trying not to give a kick away. Umpire lets the play go on. In comes Meadmore, crawls across the ground, gets it across towards Akers. Then Nordell's there, spills out to Bain. Just chucks it onto his boot. Will it stay inside play? I think it will. In they come. Big pack. In comes Mears and sees the ball over the boundary line. And be thrown in 25 metres out from the Tigers' goal.
Gee, how's the desperation in that last 5 minutes of play?
Unbelievable from both sides. I'm tied up here just watching it. Ball to come back into play for cashforcans.com.au. 2 ruckmen to go at it. Hawkins, Chinnery falls over. Magpies knock it out. Waldred can't pick it up. Ethan Nordell does. Scuttles it forward. They fly. Clark nearly takes a one-handed, gathered by Knott. And the Magpies are out of trouble. Getting after it's Galloway. Will it only be for a moment? He can't quite pick it up, but keeps the ball in front of him. Eventually, the Magpies gather in numbers, and Galloway wins a free kick.
Oh, just as well he did, and he had a lot of Magpies around there.
Off his left foot to half forward. That wasn't the best kick for Crane, and Crichton in foreign territory.
He's lifted though, hasn't he, Crichton? He's been pretty good.
On the half-back flank, takes a good mark in defence. Goes long down the line with a left foot. No one can take the mark. They all went to ground. Eckert was the man coming at the football.
The beauty of
They're
Liam
gonna throw
Crichton,
it
he
in.
might be our leading goal kicker, but you can throw him into the centre and he becomes just as effective as an on-baller.
Throwing in for Cash for Cans, right in front of the light tower on that far wing. Who's going to break first in this match? Will it go to the wire? Chinnery wins it down, gathered by Crane, got the handball to Cormac, he gets it forward to Siska. Siska goes bang on his left, inside 50, Kemp, big fist, the Magpies repel again, Siska goes out of the air, Lux of Fortune, Bain, handball over to Clark, Clark has a look, he sets sail for goal, will Wardrop stepping it through, ball has come off hands, and it's one behind. I thought for all money it was a goal.
I thought he had absolutely nailed that. You're right, Mac. It was a fingernail right on the line.
Terrific effort there. The Magpies bring it back into play and find Meadmore. He goes long, looks for Knott and finds him just outside defensive 50. Has a player short in Sanford.
He's played a good game.
Been terrific for the Magpies. Just maintaining possession.
Clever
Goes
little
short once
kick
again
too.
and finds Bowman.
Oh,
has Sanford running past. Handball misses him. Has to soccer off the ground.
Oh.
Lands towards Crichton with a terrific pickup. Snaps towards goal. They're under pressure here, the Tigers. Where will it land? The tricky position. Comes to
Ganza.
Ganza. And Ganza snaps from 15 metres out. And another goal to the Magpies. Margin back to 5 points.
Yeah, and we just waited for this game to open up and the goal's starting to come, and they definitely have that at the start of this third quarter. A terrific go by Ganza there, but Liam Crichton once again put it into a dangerous spot, just makes himself available. He's putting a real imprint into this game.
Oh, he's working hard. He's having an influence, Crichton, but this you go on goal for goal. And on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard, South Bunbury 8-5-53, leading the Magpies by 5 points, 7-6-48. 10.5 gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock, and we're back in the bullseye for High on Night.
It's a real title fight, isn't it? They're both trading blows. And it's just a battle of nutrition at the minute.
A battle of attrition.
Nutrition.
Grady.
Well, I got too excited. I was just watching something down there, mate.
Up they go, one down by Chinnery, a big knockdown. Magpies, Ganza, the goal kicker, gets it out to Bowman. Bowman goes inside 50. They set themselves underneath. A big fist there from Gorda as Patterson, who's already kicked one, gets up off the deck.
No, it's right there. So you need nutrition to play this game.
You certainly do. 40 metres around from the Magpies goal, grandstand side. Ball comes back into play for Cash for Cans. One down by Kemp. Goes to Galloway though. He hacks it out of defence. It's Magpies everywhere. Fraser attacks it. He's clean. Gets round one, then trips over himself. Umpire says in the back. And Lux a fortune for the Maggies. What can they do with this?
They're pressing the Magpies.
What's he got? There's South Bunbury are right. Look at them all standing there at the hot spot. And that looks like where he's going to go. And he had someone on the top of 50. He went to the hot spot, and Versace just pulls down a strong mark in defence.
That was strong, wasn't it,
Yep.
from Rocco Versace?
He was under pressure there, Versace. He's taken some ripping marks in front of traffic today.
But his exits have been pretty well covered by the Busselton Footy Club.
So Versace plays on, goes long, gets it outside of 50. In best position is Ganza, and he takes the mark. Still 2 kicks away from goal.
They'd set up nicely behind the footy, had the Magpies.
Can they make the most of it here, the Magpies, and hit the front? Drives the ball long. It's going to land in the pocket. Versace's there. Over the top comes second. Spills to Bowman. Snap on goal. Snap on goal. Just
Wow,
narrow.
wee.
It goes through for a behind.
I tell you what, Craney, the Magpies like the nightlife, don't they?
Oh,
Since
they
the sun went down, they have come out to play.
They have it, that. And I tell you what, that didn't miss by much. It was very well controlled.
Gorda brings the ball back into play, straight down the eye, little. They set themselves, they fly. Ball comes in, taken by Bain, snaps over his shoulder. Lane comes to meet it, stops at the last minute. Storming through there was Chitty, couldn't grab hold of it. The Magpies repel again. Getting his head over the footies, Mitchell Bain. Sees something he likes out on the flag. Going back with courage was Hoffman. Goes back after the footy. Picked up by Lucas Kemp. Gets a handball away. This is fast and frenetic here. It's fierce in the clinches. Hawkins snaps it forward. No one can take the mark. Coming through is Hall. Handball's over the top to Clark. He's got something on offer. Elects to go to Siska on the lead. And a big, huge fist there from Akers. Just smashes it through.
Gee, that turnaround mark there was outstanding. South were off by Busselton.
That was a terrific spoil by Akers. He's had a fantastic
He's had
game.
a good day.
That was a great spoil. Ball's brought back in short and finds Sanford. Still deep inside defensive 50. 5 points the margin. He'll go wide. Far side of the ground and find Mears. So right on 50, just maintaining possession. They've got all leads covered. Tries to go short, misses his target as Mears. And it goes out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in. Still 2 kicks away from South Bunbury's goal. 8 goals, 654 the Tigers. 7 goals, 749 the Magpies. The WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. And we're 14 minutes into this third quarter.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
So Kemp to do the ruck work. And he comes now, being good Kemp. Ball lands short from the throw-in. Siska's there, pushed out of the way. Here comes Sanford. Tries to win the ball out. Surrounded by Tigers.
Oh, gee.
And now free kick's been
Oh,
and it's
hullabaloo.
on the far side of the ground.
Just getting to know each other. Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG.
So Chitty to take the free kick. Still too far out to score. He's going to put it right to the teeth of goal. Huge numbers there. Over the top they come. Kemp's there. Big tackle. Spills out to Parkinson. Gets some sort of kick onto it. Hoffman's there, but he's wrapped up by 2 South Bunbury players. And the umpire will come in, throw the ball up 35 metres out from the Tigers' goal. What a tackle that was.
Oh.
Absolutely
Cormac.
superb. Bunbury Mower service tackle.
Write it down, Charlie.
So ball to be thrown up. 35 metres out from goal. No ruckman, wins it.
Crane.
Spills to Crane. Snaps on his left boot. Ball lands short. Still in play. They're working hard. Can they win it out? Mears tries to knock it out. Now they have the numbers. Austin's one of them. That's Fraser. Gets onto his left boot. Puts the ball long. Over the front comes South Bunbury trying to knock the ball out of bounds. It's still in play. The tackling's still fierce. Halfway through this third quarter.
Gee, the
Umpire to throw
defensive
the
units
ball
of
up.
both these
far
sides
out.
have had a good day.
The little master is just battling away. Left half forward for the Tigers. Ball's one down there by Wright. He ends up with it. Looks inboard. He finds Gallagher. He goes by hand to Clark. He can't pick it up. Now it's picked up by Ganser. Just throws it over his head. Haywood gathers it cleanly. And eventually not. Hacks the kick. He's got someone on the outer side, and that's Fraser who's taken the mark.
He actually seen Fraser too, not.
Still inside D50. Good short pass to Mears. Mears looking for someone to give it to. Right up against the boundary line, left half back. He plays on. Long down the wing they go. Knott sets himself. Can't take the mark. Horseman roves the pack. Cormac has it. Umpire says holding the ball. And the Magpies will go back with a free kick. Going to Crichton. Handballs on immediately to Mears. Takes off. Fires a kick inside 50. He's dumped after he gets rid of it. And that's by Cormac. And now they're all coming. They're all coming. The storm's gathering. What's the umpire? He's definitely down the ground.
But the end of that is Busselton will have a shot for goal.
Yeah, down the ground. And with the football in his hands is Cameron. So Cameron, the third tall dead in front. He's got a free kick down the ground. He'll have a shot from 45. The big Magpie. In he comes. Gets to 45. Sends a drop punt on its way. It's as straight as an arrow. And the Magpies hit the lead on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard. It is South Bunbury 8-6-54, trailing the Magpies 8-7-55. 18 minutes gone on the Preston Power clock. And I tell you what, this game is ebbing.
They come out after half time. They have really been up and about. They're very aware of what's going on. Young Mears is playing a pretty handy game of footy, and a nice finish by the big fella Cameron, who's had a very, very good season in the Southwest Football League.
Well, they've been up and about since Eckert kicked that goal right on half time. Took it in. They didn't lose momentum. 4 goals to 1. It's 18 and a half minutes into this third quarter, and the Magpies are in front by a point. Big Chinnery's in the ruck. Has right for company, spills out to Mears. He's been terrific today. 3-1. Chinnery's there. Has he got the wheels? In comes Mears once again. Wins the ball down. Spills out towards Siska. Can't get his run going today. There's not a lot of time out there. Now it comes towards Austin. Misses his target. Spills over and they're away here. Still a huge tackle. Deemed high.
Crane's really trying to get his side going.
And Crane wins the free kick. Goes wide, puts his teammate under pressure. The umpire lets it play on. Could have been front on contact. Chinny wheels around. Just pops it onto his boot. They have the numbers here. Busselton. But no talk. And the mark's been taken by Gallagher. Uncontested.
Yeah, he just sort of popped into the right spot there. As you said, there was a nest of magpies and they all looked at each other to see who was going to take the ball. And Gallagher just popped in there and took a chest mark.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Right on his distance, I would think, gentlemen.
This is an understatement, but they need this.
So Gallagher will have a shot right on 50. This to rest the lead back for the Tigers. In he comes now. Skips around the man on the mark. He's got a fair purchase on it. It's going to land right at the goal line. But it's punched through for a minor score. That scores level.
They are level, you're
20
right,
minutes
Weaver.
into the third quarter. 8 goals, 7 apiece.
Fraser to bring the ball back into play. This game is just on a teeter-tot at the moment. It is just balancing there, waiting for someone to take it by the horns. Away they go, the Magpies, stuck in the back pocket. Fraser runs back for support, gets it out there. Well done. Taken by Hell. Handballs onto Parkinson. Goes to bounce immediately. Sawyer comes in and it's out of play. They're going to throw it in. So Parkinson didn't need to bounce there and the ball didn't come back.
The old teeter-tot Macca.
Yeah, the old teetering. So they're going to bring it back into play. Bring it back into play at left half forward for the Tigers. Cashforcans.com. One down by Chinnery. He's had an enormous quarter. Slapped forward by Waldrett. Bodie Nordell can't pick it up. Stays there. Howe gathers the football. Over the football they go. Forward it goes. Taken there. They're doing anything they can to get it forward. Picked up by Nordell. Backs back. Gets a handball back. I think he backed over the line and there might be a throw in.
You're right, then it was just forward at all costs, wasn't it? Knock it on.
Chaos football. Just keep the ball moving. We're in the left forward pocket for the Tigers and they're going to throw it into play. Chinnery and Hawkins to do battle. Chinnery's been impressive this quarter just with his physical presence. Back the ball comes in for cashforcans.com. Chinnery wins another one. Hawkins was the recipient though. Tried to hack it forward. The Magpies trying to get it out of defence. They go, taken by Austin. Kicks it over his shoulder down the wing. No one can take the footy. It is just hot in the kitchen there. Mears flicks it over the top and Solberg has it now in a little bit of rare space. Goes long to the half-forward flank. No one can take the footy. Horsman's there. Goes to ground. Picked up by Eckert. Snaps it on his left boot into open space. What's going to happen here? It's only a behind and the Magpies have got the lead back. 22 gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock. Magpies 56. Tigers 55.
Terrific effort there by Eckert. He's good off the ground. He did well. He had no one to kick to. It was all about the bounce and it went through for a minor score. So Thomas Goiter for the Tigers to reload. Plays on out of the square. Goes directly up the middle of the ground. Magpies in best position. couldn't take the mark. Now the ball's in dispute. Umpire will come in right on the half-forward line for the Magpies and throw the ball up.
Good luck, Charlie, picking the Western All Pest Services best defender or the Garage Doors Southwest rising star for this afternoon.
Two-man mount and go at it. Hawkins this time wins
Oh,
the ball down.
beautiful
Comes
catch.
to Sanford. Drives the ball long. Over the back is Eckert. Can he soccer off the ground? No.
Jeez, he's dangerous.
It goes through for a minor score.
I love
Margin 2 points.
The Magpie supporters in front of us thought that was going to bounce.
Hasn't Sanford been enormous today for the Maggies?
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Gorda goes straight down the middle of the ground. Looking for someone to take a mark. Goes over the back. Gathered by Austin. Tackled by Waldrett. High. The Magpies get the chance to go forward again. Austin up quickly. Played a fair go. Oh, high. What, the Blazers?
No, he's just got to clear the area of the umpire.
Righto. So Austin in the middle of the ground. Goes long inside 50.
Oh,
the
I reckon
contest
Tony
is there. Tony Knott's drifted forward. Taking a good contested mark. And he's going to go back on goal, 45-degree angle, right side for a right footer and try and drop it in from 45 metres.
He had T-Knot written on that footy.
T-Knot.
By the time it left the boot there, he just had that absolutely in his bag.
Well, the veteran, retired from Waffle this year, halfway through the year, and is finished off with Busselton Magpies. Wouldn't this be an icing on the cake for him if he can get one with the Maggies tonight? Goes from 45, not his best effort. And 1 point.
So a let off there for the Tigers. He did show Versace the ball, so there must have been a little bit going on.
There's a bit
before he
going
got
on there, no doubt about that.
And Versace wouldn't be that quiet, would he?
Quiet as a mouse, I think.
So Gorda will reload again for the Tigers. 3 points the margin in favour of the Magpies.
They're under pressure, though, the Tigers.
He goes long once again, far side of the ground.
Oh.
It's a nest of players. And over the top, is it Crichton takes the mark. Comes inboard and finds Nathan Torrey. He's been good today as well.
Really good.
They're
Goes
setting
into
up
the middle of the
nicely.
ground
I tell you what, Bowman's been really good too.
to Bowman. Got a player wide, one of the goal kickers of this quarter, and that's Ganser. Gets onto his left boot, and they've opened up some space. Found Patterson, goes into the pocket, and Crichton takes the mark.
The Magpies have got it all on their terms at the minute, Alan.
Absolutely have. They have got the Tigers under enormous pressure. As
Plays
Crichton
on
goes
straight
around the corner.
away, it bends around.
Oh, the Maggies are over! Wowee!
Liam Crichton, you star.
Goal of the year contender for WA Carpet Supermarket. That could be the Buckingham, the Butchers bucking big moment. They go 9 points clear on the WA Carpet Supermarket scoreboard.
I'm not going to say it, Macca, but I'm going to agree with everything you said there. He didn't wait for the umpire to come in, played on, he knew what he was doing, and he made no mistake, and he's got his name written on mark and goal of the day so far.
He's doing all right, isn't he, gentlemen? And I tell you what, he has been a star today, Liam Crichton. He has just thrown his body into the contest, whether he's in the midfield or up forward, and that was a terrific goal. And I tell you what, the Magpies are under, the Tigers are under a bit of pressure.
And lucky we are not on an open balcony or we would have fallen off it by now. Up they go for Hyundai in the middle. Hawkins and Chinnery. Hawkins wins this one. He goes after it. Everyone's just about out on their feet. There's still a quarter to go. The Magpies are flapping their wings as Hoffman moves the ball forward. Chaos style once again. Gallagher wins it. He's met solidly by Crichton. Umpire lets it go as Riley should. Crichton handballs over the back to space. Versace gathers. Talked out of it by Knott. Oh, the Magpies wings are flapping.
Tony Knott played back or front, and that was just push the ball forward at all rates, all rate of knots. And the Magpies on a roll. Yeah, there you go. One in the old fella yet. And they are throwing down the challenge.
Look at the replay. Liam Crichton in the clinch. Versace talked out of it, and then Knott, the recipient of the crumb, just goes bang and puts it home for the Maggies. They are fire. What are they? 15 points clear.
And starting to move on, and I still a fair bit of. Oh, it must be getting towards the end of this quarter, actually. And I think Julian Burgess would like the end of this quarter.
Take it from the middle for Hyundai, please, Weaver.
Geez, Crichton hit that pack at a rate of knots and not ended up with the ball.
Jeez.
And this margin is out to 15 points.
Tyson Lane in the ruck for South.
Big Cherry Lane wins it now. Comes back to him. Will it set up? It does. Uses his leg speed. Gets to 50. Drives the ball long. The spoil comes there from Kemp. He's been terrific. Snap on goal. Goes across goal and through for a minor score.
Gee, did they
Margin
need that?
14 points.
Tyson Lane went in the ruck and just said, I'll do it all myself.
Wow, that was a good bit of work by him. And the Tigers really need to get going. 28 gone in this third quarter for WA Carpet Supermarket. Away we go. Magpies out of the back pocket. Looking for someone to give it to at half-back. They fly. Galloway gathers the crumb of what he spoiled. No one can pick it up. Umpire says, I'll have it. They're going to ball it up. Just forward to centre wing for the Tigers, and they desperately need one.
Well, they can't get their flow going, the Tigers, at the moment. The Magpies are stopped all their run.
Chinnery won it down. Ball spills free. Out into space they go. Storming through Ganser. Gets taken off the ball. Very clever tap by Mears to Parkinson. Parkinson's kick's not the best, but it's effective. He finds Crichton, who's burning it up for Giovanetti Firewood. In he finds Big Eckert. Beautiful big mark in front of Horsman. And the Magpies continue the charge.
They are on a roll.
From the centre square, a big left foot torpedo punt. Crichton at the back. Cameron it was. It bounces through off hands for a behind.
Gee, I tell you what, he latched onto the big torpedo there,
Jesus.
Weaver.
He nearly got there, didn't he?
It was
did.
huge.
Geez, isn't Crichton putting his stamp on this
He
game?
has been brilliant all day. Just his body, throwing his body in.
As Goyder brings the ball in and finds Galloway. Can they get a goal on the siren once again? They've done it in the first and second quarter. 15 points the margin. Galloway goes wide down the far side of the ground. Plenty of numbers there. Over the top come Kemp. Spills out. Wrapped up in a tackle. That's the big fella in Chinnery. He's been enormous in this game, especially this third quarter. He goes back and does the ruck. Post the lane. Wins clean possession. Gets a handball out. They're out once again in the middle of the ground. Now it's going to go forward. Crichton's there. In comes the big fella, Eckert.
That's a very good mark.
Mark's been taken. And
Tommy
it goes
Goyder.
away of Tom Goyder. Under siege down there, the big fella.
Have a shot.
I reckon they would breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief, the Tigers, at three-quarter time has come, because the Magpies were on an absolute roll. They go into three-quarter time, 10-11-71. They lead the South Bunbury Football Club 8-8-56. We'll be back after the break with all the last quarter action. And welcome back to Hands Oval, where it is three-quarter time in the 2025 Grand Final. South Bunbury and Busselton, and it is all before South Bunbury as Busselton take a very handy lead in. This is the last quarter action thanks to the biggest showroom in the southwest, the Harvey Norman Superstore in Bunbury. Well, the Magpies had a sensational third quarter and they have put the test down to the South Bunbury Football Club, but as we know, they'll play out it till the end. The South Bunbury Footy Club, the clearances are going to be absolutely crucial in the last quarter, gents.
Oh, it's going to be huge. It's South Bunbury trailing by 15 points at the moment. Magpies were electrifying in that last third quarter with the surge. We're in the middle for Hyundai. They won't die wondering, the Tigers. There's still a lot of work to go in this next 30 minutes.
Here we go, just about ready for final quarter action for 2025. The umpire throws the ball aloft, and it's Darren McDonald.
Kemp wins it down for the Magpies. Taken by Parkinson, tackled by Crane, wraps him up like a vice, and they're going to do it all again for Hyundai. Up they go. Hawkins. One down by Hawkins. And away goes Cormac. Outside of the right boot to centre half forward, but waiting in the road is Tony Knott. He's done that a few times in his career.
And
Gets
today.
it across to Fraser. Immediately plays on the left foot. Ganser out on the wing. Away go the Magpies. They have their tails up. Good work by, who is that? Versace. Rocco over at right half back. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes with the short pass on the 45 lane. Plucks a beauty just for the centre wing. He gets back quickly. The Magpies set up their defence. Sanford running back now. Lane Just goes long and high inside 50. The pack comes out. Kemp smashes it from behind. Here's Cormac. He can do anything in a tight situation, but not this time. And it's all tied up inside 50 for the Tigers. They're going to ball it up. 40 out, dead in front.
I get the feeling they're going to need an early goal of South Bunbury just to get their tails back up again.
Absolutely. A first goal to the Magpies could spell disaster. Taken out of the pack by South Bunbury, but Austin snaps it forward for the Maggies. Bowman can't take the mark. Then he goes straight into a tackle. He's pulled down. Socket off the deck by Solberg. And away they go. It's on for a race. Handballed over the back by Gallagher. And umpire said incorrect disposal. Free kick play on Crichton with the football. The Power Ranger just steadies and then comes out and finds the Meerkat. The Meerkat on the wing. He's on the wing, he's popped his head up, and he finds Austin on the chest, so they'll be happy with this, just soak up a bit of time.
They're also keeping the ball in their position, though. Very miserable about giving it away.
Austin goes long, inside 50. Pack sets themselves, they fly, no one can take the mark. Hawkins at the back. Not the best handball. Crane's good enough to get it off the deck. Comes back to Hawkins. Outside of the right boot, the Meerkat at right half back.
Gee, the Tigers have lost their run.
Right half forward, sorry. Away he goes. Straight to the hot spot. They set themselves. Ball comes forward of the play. Picked up there by Solberg. Dances around one. Trips over. Bowman fires on goal. One behind. So the Magpies go to a 16-point lead.
Geez, Eckert's been good up there, just providing a contest, and every time the ball's come out, South Bunbury have been under pressure, and Mears is cutting everything off.
Yeah, because they've been banging on the boot, which is very unlike the Tigers coming out of defence, Weaver.
So Goyder brings the ball back in. He'll go straight down the centre, gets onto his left boot, right in the middle of the ground. Kemp comes over the back. Kelton gets big tackle in there by Kemp.
Look who it is, the little
Onto
master.
Crane. Plays on straight away. They can't waste any time here, the Tigers. Puts the ball out in front of Johnson. In they come now. The ball sits up for him. Could have been tackled without it. Can he get the ball over and have a shot on goal? It doesn't sit up for him. And a free kick's been paid.
Wowee. He's the one that went down. The other fella stayed up for the Magpies and he wins a free kick.
That's the key, though. Get it in there quick enough to give your forwards a bit of a chance. Busselton are very, very good defensively and they push back into that forward area very good.
So Blaine Johnson,
Pressure
legitimate
kick.
shot on goal. Deliberate shot on goal. Makes the umpire work a little bit. I think he's done enough. He has. And the Tigers get the opening goal of the last quarter. And they draw that margin back to 10 points, courtesy of a beautiful goal from Blaine Johnson.
Yeah, as I said, you need to get that ball in quickly, do the Tigers. That gives the forwards a chance. Busselton defence are very good when they get set to run the ball out. And that was a terrific kick by Blaine Johnson for his third for the afternoon.
And that's after a little bit of time on the Harvey Norman bench, Craney, courtesy of the umpire.
Yes, you need to hold your discipline there. So
they're back into the middle for Hyundai. How will the Magpies respond? Or can the Tigers get back-to-back? They certainly need back-to-back here. Chinnery and Hawkins, as it has been for most of the afternoon or evening. Up they go. One down by Chinnery. Austin, head over the football. Crane's there with him, as is Bain. Ball spills out now. Cormac. No, it's Lane. Taps it forward to Cormac. He bursts through the tackle, holds his feet, then handballs out in front of Chitty. Fraser's with him. Oh, it's appealing for a free kick. Away they go. Johnson goes down. Gathered by Gallagher. He goes inside to the hot spot. No one can take the mark. Waldrett keeps his feet. Now he goes to ground. Torrey for company. Hoffman gathers the football. Out by hand to Ganser. Ganser does well in a tight situation. Meadmore to steady things up. Still inside deep 50. Out he goes to that far back pocket. Got it to Hoffman. Hoffman up to Mears. They're outside D50 now, far side.
he's had a good afternoon, Mears. We spoke about him before the start of the game.
5.5 minutes gone. He goes long to the wing. The pack forms, comes to the ground. No one can pick it up. Ganser brought to ground. Umpire's going to ball it up. Just forward to centre wing for the Tigers on the far side. Up they go. Big fist by Chinnery out in front of the Magpie faithful. No one can pick it up. They're going to ball it up on that centre wing again, far side.
Well, the Tigers are just sweating on a Busselton mistake through their own pressure or a simple mistake. Chinnery comes in, wins the ball out. It's driven forward here by the Magpies. Comes back towards Crawford, gets onto his left boot, just drives the ball forward. Oh, Kemp gets a terrible bounce. Chinnery in best position. In comes Fraser, wins the ball out. Hoffman's there, spills out inside 50. Shot on goal from Waldrot. He's missed everything.
That was a bounce straight over the top of the head.
Consultation here with the umpires.
Not often that happens to Tony Knott.
Well, I don't think you can see that happening, Mac. That's why we love the game, the shape of the ball.
Yep, you're always in the contest due to the shape of the ball in our game.
So the ball out of bounds, right on the point post. They've gone to the arc. Brought back into play. Far side of the ground they go. 10 points the margin. Early stages of the last quarter. Ball in dispute. They're still going in hard.
Jeez.
Very hard. It's been terrific right from the start of this game.
It's been a magnificent game of footy.
Oh, has it what?
70 metres out from the Tigers' goal. 10 points the margin. 7.5 minutes gone in this last quarter. Head over the ball was Bain. Umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Exact same spot. They're earning their keep today as well.
Jeez.
Ruckman Hawkins got pushed out of the way. No free kick given. In they come. Umpire lets it go. Still letting it go. Trying to get the ball out. He'll have to come in soon. Trying to wing the ball out. In Parkinson's in there. Now they come in. Sanford's in there. Siska picks the ball up.
Talk about a rugby scrum. They were just going within metres.
Far out. What can the Tigers muster here? 10 points in the rears. 8 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. Magpies still working hard. It's 60 out from the Tigers' goal, but it's just not going anywhere. Players almost already dead on their feet. Up they go. Hawkins and Chinnery. One down by Chinnery. Coming in and attacking the footy was Bain, and he wins the footy.
I think the umpire wanted to clear that area a little bit.
Away he goes. Long kick to the hot spot. Good mark out in front. Cade Waldron. And if you ever needed to kick a goal for the Tigers, now's the time. He's already got 4. He's almost dead in front. And this lethal left footer's going to have a crack from 45.
Gee, this will rise the crowd if this one goes through from Cade Waldrot.
Cade Waldrot.
As Ethan Nordell, he looks a bit property
Yeah, he
as
does.
he comes off.
Does the Viking. He's got that calf strap too. In he comes. Waldrot. Steady approach. Gets into a gallop now. Shot from 48. It is an absolute belter from Waldrot. And he's got 5 in his 100th. And it's back to a 4-point ball game on the WA Carpet Supermarket. 9.5 gone.
Well, remember back to pre-game, gentlemen, we said when South need a goal, there's one man that pops up and kicks one, and that is Cade Waldrot, and that's exactly what he did then. And it is game on.
Oh.
Terrific mark there by Waldrop with the pressure kick. His team needed it, and he delivered, and he put through his 5th for the day.
Bit of injury report for SKG Radiology. Ethan Nordell, who's been a major player for South Bunbury, didn't look that good as he come off to the Harvey Norman interchange bench then, so we hope he's all right.
I think he might have a bit of a sore calf, Craney.
So Chinnery and Hawkins, what a terrific battle
It's
that's
been a good battle, hasn't it?
day.
Oh, it's been a fantastic game of footy. A great
Up it
grand
goes
final.
again. Hawkins this time wins it down. Chitty moved into the middle of the ground along with Crichton, wraps him up. Umpire to reset, do it all over again. This time Chinnery gets front position. Over the top comes Hawkins. Crichton's in there for the Magpies. Spills out to Siska. Drives the ball long. It's going to land over the back. Johnson goes for the mark. Well spoilt there by Kemp. Done a lot of work down there. And on the far side of the ground, the Magpies maintain possession through Ganser. He's had a good game as well. Drives the ball long, gets onto his left boot. Nest of over the top. Mark taken by Cameron.
Wow, that was a beauty. Charlie would have put that one down.
One down, Charlie.
CPR Outdoors Mark of the Year contender.
Drives it long, looking there for Eckert. He's got 3-1. Spills out the back to Sanford. They have some numbers here. Through Patterson, just chucks it onto his left boot, top of the square. In comes the South Bunbury defence. Will it sit up?
Oh, I think it
sit
has.
up?
Oh, far
Touch
out.
right on the line.
Wow. The crowd in front of us was willing on. The South Bunbury faithful were wishing it stopped.
5 points in favour of the
Fine line
Magpies.
on that one.
The WA Carpet Supermarket, Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. And Gordick brings it out grandstand side.
Oh, 2-on-1 here.
Lane,
Oh,
a
that is
fantastic
a
mark.
beauty.
That's a contender for the CPR Outdoors Mark of the Year. Or it could even be a Buckingham the Butcher's bucking big moment. He goes into the corridor. No one can take the mark. It's Austin slick off the deck. Goes inside 50.
Oh.
No one can take the mark. Ball's in dispute. Galloway handballs backward in frenetic fashion. Gorda just hacks it away out of the fence. Put it in front of Bodie Norkel and says, "Run, Viking, run." And that's what he does. Gets it to Ziska. Ziska has a bounce. Stops. Props. Goes back to Nordal. Nordal looks inboard. Finds Waldrett on the half volley. Gets it to Lane. Lane takes off. Has and that's
right.
holding
That
the
is
ball.
a Bunbury Mower service tackle.
And that could be the Buckingham the Butcher's bucking big moment, and I think he's done himself an injury.
Wow, that was coming from nowhere south. Where
It's
hammering
Ganser.
there.
Bunbury Mower service tackle of the day. Buckingham Butcher's big moment. Whichever way you look, he's coming to the Harvey Norman interchange bench for SKG
Oh,
Radiology.
the leg don't look too good there. The umpire's held time.
Hoffman gets it to Fraser. It's actually Sanford. It's Sanford, not Hoffman. Comes back out to the wing. Austin, who's getting a bit of the football. Play on now, the umpire says. So Austin just goes long to half forward. There's a heap of Tigers there, but the ball beats him out of play. Umpire says ball it in.
Good news is Bailey Stanford was starting to get a bit more mobility as he was coming off the ground.
He looks sore.
But yeah, he's a bit tender.
That was a good result there for the Magpies from Austin. If that was planned, well done to him late in the game. Ball's thrown in. Chinnery up against Hawkins.
Oh.
Chinnery used his frame, gets around his player. What a great battle that's been. Tackling pressure still strong. As halfway through this last quarter,
Thanks to-
Magpies 5 points in front.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Ball thrown up once again. Chinnery this time wins the big knockdown. Puts it towards 50. Still in dispute. Spills out. Driven forward by the Magpies. Comes over the back. Hayward's there. Comes out to Crane. Goes wide. No one there to look for him.
Oh.
Galloway tries to soccer off the ground. Ends up with Ganser. Gets around onto his left boot. Handball's over. Now the Magpies put it to the teeth of the square. Best position was Urquhart. Now they have the numbers here. South Bunbury, as the Magpies all fell over, comes to Goyder. Goyder goes to Clark. Took his time, but got the kick away. Chitty's there.
Oh.
So is Fraser. The two veterans. Fraser wins out. Big Shepherd from Meadmore. Gets a handball over to Hoffman. He comes back in play to Bowman. Bowman goes short and steadies it down in the middle of the ground to Tory. Goes wide and finds Fraser right in front of the members.
Beautiful composure by the Magpies.
And the Magpies have accepted the challenge that has been laid down by the Tigers early in the fourth. Stab pass from Fraser finds Parkinson. He's just behind centre wing on the grandstand side. Goes in, finds Meadmore. Loses it in the lights. Drops it, gathers it. Chinnery tumbles it forward. Torrey can't pick it up. Slaps it out. Clark's there, got to gather it. He's got no choice. He does. Then he's wrapped up. Brought to ground. And the umpire says, I'll have it. They'll throw it up at right half forward for the Magpies.
Crowd at absolute fever pitch.
Yeah, well and truly, they've hung around, Craney. This is a beauty. One for the ages. As they would say, Hawkins wins the tap. Taken there by Wright. Brought to ground by Crichton. And they're going to ball it up again. Right half forward for the Magpies. Here they go. Chinnery wins it down. Crane gathers. Gets the handball off to a teammate who goes long down the line. No one can gather the football. It's taken by Bodie Nordell. Gets a handball away. He didn't have any support. Not gathers. He just throws the ball away as well. Hoffman's good enough to get hold of it. They walk him over the line. Seconds tick away. 16 gone. They're going to throw it in for cashforcans.com. Just 4 to centre wing for the Tigers.
Can the Tigers roll the dice?
5 points in the Magpies' favour. Chinnery and Hawkins. Chinnery has been massive in this second half. Big fist down by Hawkins. Picked up by Cormac. Throws that out to Bain. He takes off. Oh, not the best kick, but it could work out okay. Hall picks it up. Spills it out to Waldrett. Fires on goal for number 6. Oh, 4 points of difference. He's missed to the near side.
You can see part of this nighttime game is starting to take effect. Just getting a little bit slippery out there. As they'll reload the Magpies. 4 points the margin. Nearly 17 minutes gone in the last quarter. What a terrific game of footy. Bowman brings the ball in, puts it to a contest. They have numbers out the back. They do the Magpies. Handball over to Ganser. Just chucks it onto his left boot. But the Tigers are set up well. And one of them is Gorda. Takes the mark. Goes inboard.
Clark.
And finds Clark in the middle of the ground.
He's had a couple of moments this quarter.
Clark has Gorda short if he wants him. Decides to go long. Puts it to the teeth of the goal square. Good numbers there. Bowman nearly takes the mark. Spills to Waldrop. Tries to get the handball away. But he's wrapped up in a big tackle from Bowman. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. 25 metres out from the Tigers' goal. 4 points the margin. 17 and a half gone in the last. Comes out to Lane.
Oh, beautiful
pick up from Crichton. Just chucks it onto his boot. In front is Cameron. Nearly takes the mark. But he's received a free kick.
Gee, Liam Crichton. Wow, that was superb.
He's unreal, isn't he?
He's worked up and down the ground today tirelessly. So Cameron for the Magpies. He'll drive the ball long, right in front of the members. Outnumbered 3-1. In comes Goiter over the top. Spoilt there by Versace. Or they spoiled themselves. Umpire lets the play go on. Now it's moved forward. Crane's there for the Tigers. He's got Crichton for company. Big tackle on Crane. The ball goes out of bounds. Right in front of the South Bunbury faithful. And it'll be thrown in 80 metres out from the Magpies' goal.
McAnally took that mark too, didn't you? McAnally jumped with him.
They're cramping up left, right and centre around the ground. Everyone's doing the calf stretches. In it comes for cashforcans.com. Just 4 to centre win for the Maggies. Nod grandstand side. Right shovels it out. Tigers trying to do everything, but Magpies holding firm. Lane takes the football. Cormac, the racehorse, just when you need a miracle. He keeps the ball in play. He's taken outside. And the umpire says throw it in for cashforcans.com. Recycling made easy here in the southwest.
Wow, what a game of football. 18-minute mark of the final quarter of season 2025.
Hawkins and Kemp go at it. Just 4 to centre wing once again for the Maggies. Kemp wins this one down. Lane gathers it. Stays, keeps it in play. Good footy. Bain, his kick smothered by Kemp. It's gathered by Crane. He hacks it forward on the left. It to chaos footy. Here comes Bodie Nordell. Waldrett gets smashed. The Magpies have numbers in defence. They've got enough time to stop and prop. It just goes up high. Big kick. There's Crane again. Handballs to Bain. He tries to fend off. Knocks it forward. Nordell without the football. Bodie Nordell takes the ball and they just take a breather.
Gee.
Should get on with it quickly. The Magpies setting up in a hurry. Goes into the middle of the ground. He finds Tom Gorder. He could just about drop it in from there.
Dude, that's a big kick, Matt.
He's got a big spiral, we know that. Left foot goes long to the pocket. Where's Lane? On the chest. Tyson Lane. Whoa. This game is just going to great heights. Whoa.
How's this young man? If ever a pressure kick, of course, he's a very good grand final player.
5 minutes to go. He needs to kick this. Tyson Lane right side for a right footer. He'll drop it from 45. Really tight angle. In he comes. Sends it on its way. He hasn't held it out enough. And it's just another point. 3 points the difference. 5 minutes to go. Magpies favour. 20 and a half gone on the Preston Power Equipment clock.
And what a kick from Goiter there to find Lane. I think that's what the Tigers have to do. If they can find Goiter close to goal within 70 metres, he's going to put it at the teeth of goal. Fraser brings it back in. Sanford's back on the ground.
Oh!
Galloway takes an uncontested mark. Oh, a free kick's been given, and it'll go the way of Clark. Been important, done some good things, put it to the top of the square. They spoil each other. Snap on goal from Chitty.
Oh!
Chitty!
Umpires
bang, bang.
consult.
Oh, where's the
We're
replay?
waiting on it.
They can't look at the. It's
Oh,
one
Oh, it's a
behind.
behind.
Oh, jeez.
It must
Wow.
have been touched off the boot.
What a climax.
We went the early crow.
I thought it was a goal for sure. 2 points are different here on the Preston Power Equipment clock as the veteran Fraser brings the ball back into play. Bowman takes a mark just outside D50. They slow it down. He's played a great game today, the skipper.
Oh, what a game of footy.
Oh, is there one last sting in the tiger tail? Or will the Magpies hold firm? They fly. Galloway! Great contested mark. Sees Cormac, the man for the moment if you need him. Little chip pass inside. Great vision. Jasper Hall plays on immediately. He's got a man all on his own and on his chest.
Wow.
The mark is taken by Cade Waldrett. Oh, Craney's thrown his pen down, his glasses
What
down.
a game of footy. What a way to finish off our season.
Cade Waldrett, 22 and a half gone in this last quarter for Preston Power Equipment. He's nearly dead in front. He's going to shoot from about 35 metres on that beautiful left foot of his. Here he goes. Sends it on its way, and he's hit the post. It didn't come off the boot nice, and it's 1 point the difference.
Have we got enough in us if we go to a draw, Macca?
Oh,
I'm not so
sure we
sure.
have.
Oh, jeez.
I'm looking for the medics.
Well, Buckingham the Butcher bucking big moment right there.
As Fraser brings the ball in, Versace goes up, couldn't take the mark. Boundary line to be the winner here. They win it out through Kemp. Now Austin, been terrific today, drives it down the boundary line, and the ball's gone out of bounds.
On the full.
One
Centre
more
wing.
roll of the dice for the Tigers here.
Harvey Norman
23 gone.
Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard, Bunbury scoreboard. 10 goals, 12-72 the Tigers, 10-13-73 the Magpies. They bring it in short and find Crane. One of their best players, plays on straight away. He knows the situation, runs his full measure, drives it to the top of the square.
yes.
There's a mark being taken.
It is.
It has. It's been taken by Versace.
Oh, Rocco!
Versace!
Rocco! The fullback, Rocco!
Wow.
Rocco Versace. This will be right on his measure. 23 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter.
Not sure too many shots at goal. Rocco Versace.
Just got to get a score.
I'm
at
sure
least.
Mum will be gripping the rails down to the South Bunbury members as Rocco Versace, this to put the Tigers in front. Kicks on goal, goes towards goal, goes across the face.
Oh, the mark.
Has the mark been taken? No. Scores a
She's
level.
all tied up.
10 goals, 13
Oh,
apiece.
dearie,
Versace.
dearie me. And the Magpies to bring the ball back into play.
Wow.
In they come, straight down the middle of the ground. And the mark taken there by Austin at the edge of the square. They're going quickly, the Magpies. Ball's not the best kick. Spills out the back. It's taken by the Tigers. Snap back forward. Cormac can't take the mark. Pounces on it. It's frenetic out there. It's not long to go. It's nearly 25 gone. Preston Power Equipment clock's telling us that. One down by the Magpies. Locked up again. Crane. Taken out of the pack. Umpire says free kick to short to Bain. Bain plays on immediately. Clark.
You want to get it there
Needs
quickly.
to get him moving. Come on, Jai Clark. Get him moving. Away he goes. Drives it long to the
that's a
square.
roast.
It only needs to be a point. No mark taken. Magpies keep it in. It's coming out to the members' side. No one can take it. It's out of bounds. There's
Whoa.
going to be a throw in.
I tell you what, gentlemen,
I
we're going
think
to
we're
be close
going
to a
extra
draw.
time. Get me a lozenge. Get me a lozenge. We're going to extra time.
What an absolute cracker. There's a lot of heads swivelling towards the timekeeper.
So ball to be thrown in, 45 metres out from the Tigers' goal. It must be nearly full time. Kemp gets in front. Hawkins tries to win it down. Meadsmore there. Snap on goal. It's going to land towards Gordon. Gordon tries to take the mark. Try not to rush. Snap on goal.
It's a goal. Point.
It's a point for
Awesome.
Gordon.
That plays into their favour.
Absolutely does. And the Magpies will bring it back in.
And away they come. Out they come to this member's side. Galloway and Eckert. Eckert takes the mark. He's going to have to go. He's played on. Umpire said play on. Bain back inside 50 for the Tigers. This quarter's going for an eternity as not takes a saving mark. And
that is it.
And what a game we have had. It has been an epic, a saga, and South Bunbury are premiers in 2025 by 1 point.
We better make sure the goal umpires have got this correct, I reckon. But I think that is it.
Oh my God! Get me down, I want to have a beer with the Vikings.
Wow, what a game of footy. No doubt about that. That was absolutely magnificent as we listen to the South Bunbury song.
Good old South Bunbury forever. We know how to play the game.
How did I win it?
Side by side we stick together for the good old Tigers' name. Hear the barricades are shouting as we stand up left and right. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old red and white. Good old South Bunbury forever. We know how to play the game.
Well, there you have it. South Bunbury are premiers for 2025 in an absolute epic. It was absolutely brilliant. There's no other words for it. South Bunbury 10 goals, 14-74 have defeated Busselton 10-13-73 on an absolutely brilliant grand final. We're going to take a quick break so we can gather a bit of composure, gentlemen, and then we'll be back with all the presentations. to Hands Oval. And what a grand final we have just witnessed. An absolute beauty. That was something special. South Bunbury are premiers for 2025. 10-14-74. They've defeated Busselton 10-13-73. This is the Landmark Bearing Equipment and Geograph Industrial Supplies post-game. And, well, gentlemen, that's as good as you're going to get in any level of footy.
Oh, that was just huge. From go to woe, both sides stick at it. South Bunbury looked to be done on a number of occasions, but they just kept working away. The Magpies, they looked to be maybe out of it in the second quarter, but two crucial goals after the quarter time and half time siren just kept the game in the balance the whole day. I just can't believe what we've witnessed.
Just run through the goal scorers for South Bunbury first. Cade Broadright had a magnificent day. He had 5 for the afternoon. Blaine Johnson had 3, singles to Chitty and Cormac. And for Busselton, Liam Crichton, who was magnificent all day, he had 3. Ryan Eckert had 2, singles to Knott, Cameron, Dylan Patterson and Stanford and Ganza. So a nice even spread of goals, and we're just watching the crowds mill around both these clubs. I take my hat off to both these clubs and coaches. The players, they just went right from the first bounce, and Weaver, they just never took the foot off the throttle.
No, they didn't. The one thing that didn't ebb and flow was the tackle pressure. That was there right at the start of the game, and it was just as good at the end of the game. But I think you chuck your book away and your whiteboard away in that last 10 minutes. The players just willed themselves to win that game of footy, and I thought when Busselton was 16 points up that they had it won. But South Bunbury found a way, got themselves down there. Goiter was terrific, and we talked off air that the shortest kick he done all day was the match-winning point, and they got home by a point. I can't believe it. I thought we were going to extra time. I don't know if we were prepared to go to extra time, Macca, if we had it in us, but we didn't. And South Bunbury go back-to-back. That was an absolute terrific game of footy.
I'm not sure whether we could have kept Macca in this room if we had gone to extra time.
Oh, God almighty,
I
needed a lozenge desperately.
What a fantastic... Where'd you say Steely and Chunky are sitting?
Steely and Chucky from Taroo in Paris.
I'm sure you can have... I don't know what time it is in Paris. I think it's morning time, but I'm sure them two will have a quiet little celebratory drink because the South Bunbury boys got up. Look, Busselton, they were magnificent, weren't they?
Oh, they've been the pace setters all year, and they had to come back around the long way into the grand final. Really tough game last week, so they did so well to run this game out the way they did. But their prime movers through the middle, they worked hard with Sanford, Austin, Ganza, Hoffman, and Bo Chinnery. His second half, that's something to write about. And really, both sides deserved to win today.
Wasn't that a good duel? Chinnery and Hawkins, we mentioned that they're not the typical Southwest Football League ruckman, but by gee, it was a good battle.
I just went head-to-head all day. Kemp started in the ruck and a tall, lean figure, but then they brought Chinnery on. I think that changed the game a little bit in Busselton's favour. Just use his bulk, especially around the ground with the stoppages, but he was fantastic today. He couldn't do a thing wrong, and him and Hawkins, that was a terrific duel. They both come off, they'd shake hands and say, well, we couldn't have done any more for our respective teams, but a fantastic duel from start to finish.
What about the power athlete, Liam Crichton? He was just
His game was magnificent.
3 goals, but he was all over the ground. He's normally a full forward. He did just things at very crucial moments and just showed great leadership.
Well, he's got the motor, hasn't he? Going back to that interview, he did say he did spend a lot of time in the middle of the ground, but his attack on the footy was second to none, and he just made some really strong tackles, ended up with 3 goals, took one of the marks of the game. He just done everything.
Yeah.
A bit quiet early, but both teams were just feeling themselves out in the opening 5 or 10 minutes, which happens in a grand final, but that was terrific. I thought Busselton were out of it at half-time. That goal right on half-time. And after that, they just got themselves back in the game, got themselves into a winning position. Yeah. And at the end of it, they find themselves 1 point down and no premiership heading their way.
They can hold their heads high, though.
Well, it's one of those games, isn't it, that it's just that little bit at the end that you've got to be in front when that final siren goes, gentlemen. But that could have went either way, that grand final. And you're right about Crichton. His presence around the ground, I loved it from the start because when he... purely fair, but when he hit, he made contact, and that's a sign of a very good player.
Well, he doesn't miss many targets, does he? Whether he's got the footy, or whether he's kicking for goal, or whether he's putting a solid tackle on. But what a fantastic game of footy. And Busselton's defence worked overtime. That last minute and a half, that ball spent a lot of time in South Bunbury's goal square. They never conceded a point. They got it out, and then all of a sudden the last kick of the game basically has got them over the line, South Bunbury. So
Both defences were absolutely outstanding, weren't they? It was a very tough game to try and score as we're just getting ready for the presentation. There is a massive crowd milled around both of these clubs.
I thought Jai Clark's last quarter was really good when the Tigers were behind. He kept finding the football. He kept doing the percentage thing and kicking it to the hot spot. And he's out here on the half-back flank. There were 3 Magpies around him. He had to pick the ball up and he held it in and forced the ball up. Otherwise, they were away. So full credit to his last quarter.
Let's go downstairs.
Two quality teams in Busselton and South Bunbury. So I'd like everyone to put their hands together for both teams on what a fantastic game of footy we just witnessed. Our first presentation, I'd like to call upon 2011 Southwest Football League Umpires Association Life member Peter Franklin to come forward and present the umpires' medals to those umpires officiating today's grand final. So if you can come forward, Peter.
They did well today, the umpires.
Peter Franklin, a well-known umpire in the league, and he's been umpiring, as long as Jared O'Brien's been around umpiring.
But I loved it, Craney, because the umpires just let it go today. They said they were going to do that, and that's what they did. It was excellent. It was well umpired.
It was hard, and they let it go for.
We'd like to thank the
sometimes
umpires for the job they've done all year, and especially today. And on behalf of the umpires, I'd like to call upon goal umpire Vance Burton to come up and receive the medals on their behalf.
Yeah, very good job. Couple of debutant umpires today too, in Skoda and Guthrie. So that'll be a good experience for them, along with the experienced Cam.
Thanks very much, Vance and Peter, and thanks to the umpires again. I'd now like to call upon Bruce Pike to come up and present the Pike Medal to the best player in the grand final.
Oh,
this is going to be very interesting.
And this year, the Pike Medal goes to South Bunbury player number 17, Cade Wardrop.
Yep. Well, that's who we gave the votes to in the box. 5 goals.
Well, 5 goals in a grand final, and he kicked them when need be too, didn't he, Kay Wardrop? On his 100th game, so it's not a bad way to spend your 100th game.
100th game, 1 point victory in a grand final, and 5 goals. Well done.
He's not a big talker, Cade Wardrop, by the look of it.
He's got a wonderful left foot on him.
Congratulations, Cade. Can I ask Matt Jamieson to come up and say a few words on behalf of the Busselton team?
Matt Jamieson, a magnificent coach of the Busselton Football Club, and of course an AMR Premiership coach as well.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed, but his players can hold their heads high.
Yeah, obviously pretty disappointing to lose the grand final that tight, but all credit to South Bunbury, the fight and resolve that last quarter to throw everything at us. I think everyone could see both sides were pretty spent. A lot of guys were cramping, a lot of guys had knocks, and they just had to stay out there and fight to the very end. So I'm very proud of my boys and the way they fought it out. So hold your heads high, boys. I know it sucks to lose one that tight. We're in a winning position, but yeah, South Bunbury enjoy it. That's all I got. Thanks.
Matty Jamieson, the coach of the Busselton Football Club.
Thanks, Matt, and congratulations on an outstanding year to Busselton. We'll now commence the presentation of the Premiership medals. Again, we welcome our local Auskick players to come and present the medals. So I'll read through the team list. When you come up, you'll receive a medal off the Auskick players. So, number 1, Bodie Nordal.
Pretty handy players them, aren't they, gentlemen?
He played a really good game, played through the middle a bit today, and he was just tough in the contest all day long.
Number 2, Sean Crane.
Well, this bloke here, he was terrific early in the game, but he really stepped up in the last quarter to Willie's team on and got important balls when his team needed it.
Couple of nice little grandkids down there up on the podium as well.
Number 3, Cole Sawyer.
Cole Sawyer worked hard early in the game. And
a very underrated player. He runs out of defence there. He becomes an attacking back pocket. As little Harvey Crane's getting down negotiating the stairs.
Played his role well.
Number 4, Cade Siska.
Well, he didn't have it all his own way today, Siska, did he? But when he found space, he used that pace that he's got to set up a couple of goals. But terrific game, terrific player.
I'll tell you one
Good
thing,
serve.
Weaver, he's quicker than
Rocco
Jared
Versace.
O'Brien's little run at before the game.
Here comes Rocco Versace taking that mark in the forward
He
line.
was fantastic today,
and
Rocco
took marks
Versace.
in defence as well, and had a big task with those Magpie key forwards, and he stuck to it all day.
Number 6, Jace Cormack.
Well, he had a tag from Mears early, didn't he? And
Yeah.
Mears did a fantastic job, but Cormac got some really important touches in that last quarter to help his team go forward to set up some scoring opportunities.
He just kept going. He'll sleep well tonight.
Jace Cormack, I mean, he's run a lot of grand finals. I think he holds a
Number
record,
7,
actually,
Mitchell
for
Bain.
the amount of different clubs he's won for.
Mitchell Bain just worked hard at the coalface all day. Love the way he goes about it. He's the type of player that you build a side around.
Number
His
8,
heart and
Toby
soul.
Hawkins.
Oh, this bloke had a fantastic duel with Chinnery today, and he can hold his head up high. I don't know who won or lost, but footy was the winner in the
I don't
ruck
think
contest
there was
today.
a winner or loser out of that battle. That was an
Number
absolute
9,
beauty.
Ethan Nordal.
Oh, he's one of my favourites, the Viking. And when the whips were cracking in the second quarter, he gave South Bunbury a lot of drive. Once again, his hardness at the contest was
Number
terrific.
11,
it
Jack
looks like
Gallagher.
he's gone a bit lame with the calf in the last quarter.
A little bit quiet today, Jack Gallagher, but got some important touches throughout the course of the game. But probably wasn't his best game, but he's still a premiership player.
Having that
Number
medal around
12,
your neck,
Ben
it doesn't
Horsman.
matter, does it? Benny Horsman had a terrific battle down back.
Yeah, Ben Horsman, the spare parts man, really reliable.
He was a spare parts man, but then he found his niche in defence and he's really settled back
Number
down
14,
in that
Jai
defensive unit.
Clark.
I thought you're right, Mac. I thought he bounced back very nicely, as I said. Had a
Yeah.
bit of a poorer one in the
Yeah.
semis,
Yeah.
but he bounced back nicely today.
And well done to him. He came down to South Bunbury after starting the year in the Waffle.
Number 17, Kate
and,
Woodall.
he's got a premiership medal.
Well, this bloke was fantastic, wins the Pike medal. And don't forget, he spent a few minutes on the ground. He copped a heavy knock in the early half of this
Yeah,
game.
he did.
So to kick 5 goals, he's a sweet
Number
mover.
18,
and one of
Reece
them was on his
Crawford.
right boot.
It's brilliant.
Reece Crawford missed last year's grand final. He played in the twos, and he's worked his way. He's worked hard to get back into the league side. So congratulations to Reece Crawford.
Another left footer.
He'll enjoy that medal
Number
too.
20, Jack Wright.
Jack Wright just stuck to the task all day long. That's what I like about him. He's a real role player, and is
Might have missed
well
that.
deserved
20,
of this
Jack
medal.
Wright.
He's another player that's actually knuckled down under Julian Burgess. Had a bit of a word
Where
to
is
him
he?
and said
Here he
you
is.
need to lift the training aspect, and that just shows what
Number
you can do when
21,
you lift your
Jay
training
Wright.
action. And how good's this for Lee Wright?
Yeah,
And two boys are premiership players in the same side.
absolutely brilliant. And once again, just like his brother,
They take a while to get on the stage, though, don't they?
Jay Wright just sticks to his task, plays his
Number
role.
23, Tom Gorder.
Well, as he kicked the most important point in South Bunbury's history, he was terrific today, set the ball up. He's got a beautiful penetrating kick, set up lane early in the last quarter, then moved his way
Number
all the way
24,
down to the
Tom
back line to
Galloway.
kick that point to win the game.
This bloke, one of the most improved players across the year, works hard across half-back, enjoys the contest, takes a
Number
good saving
26,
mark,
Blaine
uses
Johnson.
it well.
He moves across that half-back line, absolutely superb, and the amount of cut-off marks he's taken throughout the season. And, of course, the big fella, Blaine
Yeah.
Johnson, finished the
Number
day with
27,
3.
Tyson Lane.
He presents well. Tyson Lane.
Just loves grand finals, I think, Tyson Lane.
Yeah, well, he's hasn't had his best year by his standards that he set, but he
Number
was
28,
terrific
Jasper
tonight.
Hall.
Terrific tonight, Tyson Lane.
Another young player who will love this moment, young Hall, come back into the south side, and he looks every part a league player.
He does. I'll
And
say
number
this.
15, the captain, Kevin Chitty.
Well, I think he done some important things, especially in that last quarter. He managed to tie the ball up. His attack on the ball cannot be denied, and he just willed his team on. He's a terrific leader, and he's a premiership captain all over again.
He leads from the front, doesn't
Yeah,
he, Kev
you
Chitty?
know what you're going to get from him every single week, Kevin Chitty. And,
Got the kids going up there as well.
I'd go to war with him.
That's pretty cool.
And the coach, Julian Burgess.
Julian Burgess,
Burjo.
well, he's back-to-back premiership coach. Julian Burgess, magnificent effort. After a premiership out at Donnybrook, he's brought South 2 in a row. No doubt he'll be enjoying this moment immensely.
He's an industrious coach. It'll be interesting to hear his words. He's a very humble man.
I just love the battle of the coaches today. They're two fantastic
I'd now like to
coaches.
ask Julie to say a
They
few
let
words
the
on behalf
players
of his
play,
team.
didn't they?
Thanks for that. First of all, thanks, Jamo and the Busso boys for hanging around. We much appreciate it. We know every time we play against you guys, it's a hard game and it's fought in the right manner, I think. It's hard and tough, and we just look forward to catching up with you again next year and just keeping the battles going. So thanks again, boys. We really appreciate it. To our supporters that have been with us all year, fantastic. We had a slow start to the year, and for you just to stick by us has been fantastic. And this player group, geez, they've got some ticker, haven't they? And you just never discount them. It doesn't matter where they are on the scoreboard, but they just keep coming and coming. And I'm so proud of this group, and they're going to enjoy the night, I reckon. So just thanks to everybody, all the sponsors, everybody for their hard work. Thank you.
Thank Julian. We'll now do our first presentation. I'd like to call upon Steve Hancock again from Dale Orchard Homes Southwest to present the premiership cheque to South Bunbury.
Do you reckon that goes on the bar tonight, Craney?
I reckon there might be a bit on the bar tonight up at the South Bunbury club rooms. Back-to-back flags, magnificent effort as Kevin Chitty comes up. And the president, well, you want to introduce the president of the South Bunbury Footy Club, Weaver?
Yeah, well, she's been there 2 years and got 2 league flags, so she'll be over the moon. I'm sure we'll hear about it next week, but well done to Nikki. She's done a terrific job as president of such a great club.
$5 grand.
And our next presentation is of the premiership pennant. And again, I'll ask Steve to present the premiership pennant.
That green and gold flag that every club chases at the start of the year, Macca, and to hold it up there is a pretty good feeling.
Absolutely it is, and they've got another one to hang in those social rooms of theirs. Wait for the players to come up and join them now.
I think they need that cup first, mate. That bit of silverware. That will be presented very shortly.
And our final presentation of the evening is of the Dale Orchard Homes League Premiership Cup. I'll again ask Steve to present the cup to the 2025 Dale Orchard Home Premiers, South Bunbury.
There is the moment. It won't be too long before they get all those players up there.
If they can get up there,
I reckon
every
he will.
single player in
Julian
that pass.
Burgess and Kevin Chitty hold that
Absolutely
cup
knackered.
aloft. South Bunbury Premiers
they go.
for 2025. Well, this is the Landmark Bearing and Geograph Industrial Supplies post-game show. While they're getting their photos all taking and their celebrations are on, we'll run through a few of our awards for what was a magnificent game of footy and thank the sponsors for their support throughout the year. Geograph Civil, they own it, they choose it safely, they give a damn and they deliver. Geograph Civil, we thank you very much for your support throughout the afternoon. This one makes me a little bit nervous, Weaver, because the big moments, Buckingham the Butchers, inside the Bunbury Plaza. Macca, give us your big moments.
No bigger moment for the Buckingham the Butchers.
Yeah, keep going.
No bigger moment for Buckingham the Butchers than the last point by Tommy Gorder to give South Bunbury the lead in the dying seconds of the game. That was it, Craney.
Thanks to MGIB, had the Southwest covered since 1981. Visit mgib.com.au for your support, not only on the Southwest Football League, but for our show on Friday afternoon. So the mark of the day for CBR Outdoor Centre for sheds, patios, decks and blinds. Who did we end up with, Charlie? Did you pass it across to Weaver or you got your headset on?
No, you go, Charlie.
It's a choice of two, Liam Crichton or Cameron. It's one of them for me. I reckon Crichton's got to be the mark of the day today.
Crichton will be it. He had a magnificent game. And we're going to stick with you, Charlie. The tackle of the game for Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment.
Oh, that tackle from Sanford was probably the tackle of the day. It was, could have got him over the line. It was, sort of. Yeah,
when he run down Tyson Lane.
Yeah, that was a very good tackle in the end.
I tell you what, he's on a roll, is Charlie. And the goal of the day, say big on flooring with WA Carpet Supermarket on Macomb Street, Davenport. Who got our goal of the day, Charlie?
There's a lot to choose from. Liam Crichton kicked a couple of rippers. Patterson kicked a couple of rippers. Wright, Eckert. Eckert has had some big goals. I'm tempted to go Crichton again.
Just do it.
I'm just going to do it.
For which one? After the siren? Was it that
Oh
one?
yeah, mate. And I think there was another one that he kicked that was really good.
Weaver, you got a statue made of you outside the Dean Mill Football Club because you were the best defender that anyone's ever seen. Give us the Western All Best services when local experience matters. The best defender in the grand final for 2025.
Oh, look, I think it'd have to go to Gorda, wouldn't it? I mean, he ran down there. He's terrific up back, cut a lot of plays off and certain goals down back, and then pushed forward in the later stages of that game and kicked the most important point of the game, which actually won the game for the Tigers. So for me, Tommy Gorda. Rocco Versace was outstanding as well. I thought he was going to make a name for himself. He was terrific today when he had a shot on goal. But Gorda, for me, outstanding.
Tony Knott as well. Apologies to him. And Weaver, how much did it cost you to get that statue made?
It's an
still paying it off.
It's an absolute beauty. We're going to take the combi down there for Scary to have a look at it in the off-season. Now, Macca, the Rising Star for Garage Door Southwest, your B&D garage door dealer. Our Rising Star, gee, there was a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, I really liked the game of Mears. I thought he had a really good job of one of the best players that's ever played in the Southwest in Cormac, and I thought he stuck to the task exceptionally well. I love the work of Torrey out of the back pocket for Busselton as well. And I think, no, that's it. That's it. I didn't have a Rising Star for the Tigers.
And there you go, our best on ground, well, we all agreed, for Buckingham the Butchers in the Bunbury Plaza Shopping Centre. Kay Waldrot, a magnificent effort. But I know it's said a lot of times, football was the winner today because that was an absolutely magnificent grand final.
Was.
I congratulate everybody that was involved in that. Macca, very well, good job done all throughout season 2025.
Thanks, mate. I love coming down here. I was excited about what tonight might bring, and it just didn't let us down. And since you guys let me come in 4 years ago, I just keep coming back because you let me, and I love it.
Well, the new man on the block, Weaver, he's got a statue after him. He's got everything. It's good to have the wisdom of Nigel Reeves on the radio and the TV. Thanks, Weaver, for your support.
I've had an absolute blast and to work with Macca as well. And I thought we were going to extra time today. And it's a shame there has to be a loser, but that's the nature of the game. But had an absolute blast. Look forward to it. Enjoyed everything I do as part of the coverage and love promoting country footy, and you won't get a bigger promotion than what we've seen in the last couple of hours today.
To Charlie and Jared O'Brien, who've been absolutely magnificent. Jared O'Brien has been running off his feet.
Yeah, he needs a rest.
Dean Lomax and Russell on the camera, they have done a magnificent job throughout this season. And, of course, Griff back in the studio. We can't do without that man. Just running through.
And to you too,
just
Craney, the big
through
man, the big voice of Southwest football, Alan Crane. Couldn't happen without the big fella.
Running through the grand finals of today. Then the Colts, HBL 14 goals, 21-04 to Bunbury 6-3-39. In the reserves, Kerry Park 9-9-63 defeated HBL 6-7-43. And in the women's 9-8-62 to Donnybrook 3 goals, 3-21. And in the league, South Bunbury by 1 point, 10-14-74, have defeated Busselton 10-13-73. On behalf of SE and Spirit, we hope you've enjoyed the footy, and we'll see you next year.